Problems with me.
Y'all better sing my shit. Y'all better sing that. Nigga feel good. Ah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna let it play a little bit so we have people coming in, and I'm gonna share the live so you guys can share the live.
Liz, look. Oh, she out of pocket, no tip. Never gamble my shit.
Let's go.
Ooh, I'm sorry, guys. I just want to share it. I cut off your whole shit. Look at that. Let's come in. Hello, hello, everybody. We back. It's Girls Gone Wine. We have special guests today. We have
What it do, what it don't, what it will, what it won't. It's your boy Kaden coming through.
I like that introduction.
You like that? You like that?
I'm excited now. Yes.
we came in by a special project.
Yes.
Talk about it.
Listen, I'm a singer, songwriter, rapper. You feel me? And I just released the video to my song Bodegas with my group. Brunch and LES, consisting of myself, Kaden, my bros, IMYF, and Mark Adrian. And like, we're so glad to give you guys this video, this visual, like this week. So like, just be on the lookout for that. But yeah, all over YouTube and everything. How was y'all day though? Like,
It was alright.
Why you
sound guilty? Like,
No, it was alright. I had a late start today. I had an interesting. I fell asleep and I like just forgot about the world.
That'd be the best nap.
I'm about to say.
Actually, no. Wait, I gotta tell y'all something. For some reason, my asthma's been bad, especially at nighttime and in the early mornings, right?
Mhm.
So
The
I have
temperature's
this.
been dropping.
Yeah, that's what it
First
is.
thing I
Yeah.
said.
So what's been happening is like I'll be in a deep, like beautiful fucking sleep,
Mhm.
and I'll just wake up choking. I'm just done.
That's that dry air.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me because I gotta tell this story because I'm making sure it's though. So I had a very interesting dream. In my dream, I saw like a celebrity. I ain't gonna put all my business out there, but I saw a celebrity
Why do I
and
feel like I know
we
what
were
this is
talking, like having a whole freaking conversation. And then I'm just like in my mind, I'm like, all right, like I'm just a fan. You don't give a shit about me. Like we spoke about music. Tell me why he asked me for my motherfucking number. I said 347. Fucking woke up.
I love you guys.
Choking.
I do. I have to follow you guys.
Oh, what happened?
The voice is an echo.
You sure it wasn't me?
No, yesterday's show.
Technical difficulties. Please help. Nah.
Sorry, guys.
No, but yeah. I was choking after 347.
I wonder
You know
what
how bad I was trying to go back to sleep to give the rest of my number?
You were giving the number out because I was just about to say,
Not-
what were you doing?
No, not on that.
Woke up. Oh,
No.
come on.
No. You're going to hell for that.
In the handbasket, gasoline.
In her
Jones, don't
sleep.
play with me.
In a sleep.
Listen, things
Yo,
happen.
I was so mad. Like I was tossing and turning, like, go back to sleep. I need
Right.
to give him the
Get
rest
the
of my
contract.
number.
Y'all, respectfully, y'all know I have to put on my attachment, right? And if I leave it on, I can wake up doing some things I didn't know I was doing until I woke up. So,
What the hell
dead.
type of Pisces shit is that?
first of all, my girlfriend's an Aquarius.
I'm weak.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Guys,
lot.
today's gonna be an interesting show because today's show was like not planned.
At all.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It was not planned. Nothing was set in its ways, but we here and we ready to talk some shit. I got some topics. I just didn't write them down.
That's the part
I-
I'm nervous about.
Yeah, I didn't even get to. I didn't even get to like call Victoria. Like I'm just completely slacking. Like, but it is what it is. We're gonna make the best of it. Please like and share the video. Let's get some viewers in here. We want your opinions. The numbers at the bottom of the screen for those that cannot see and listening in 718-477-0139. Call us up. Let us know how you feel, what you want to talk about. You got anything juicy? We are here to spill it all.
About it.
So what is there anything y'all want to talk about?
How was your day, Kay?
My day was like consisted of like just
working out. I didn't go to sleep last night at all. I've been awake all day except for like this morning, and I took like a 5-hour nap. But like last night, I could not sleep. I don't know what it is, but like your boy been on his like herbal stuff. Like I got mad. It looked like a Rastafarian house on like
Let me
Crown
pull
Heights.
up because I need to get some
And
tips. I'm
y'all
about
know,
to start
like,
the same thing.
But y'all see my posts, like I be like, oh, oils and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So for some reason, my energy has been high as hell. Like yesterday, I did like a 40-minute workout. My fat ass ain't need no sit downs, like barely any sit downs. I was like, oh snap, like this is great, but I couldn't fall asleep. I don't know what it is. Like I'm doing like cloves, black tea.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I
Mad
learned
self.
an interesting fact.
Mm.
You know how when you're working out or you're running, I learned this from a doctor on TikTok. You know how when you're working out, you're running,
TikTok
whatever,
taught me.
and you're like,
yes.
you out of breath and like you taste blood in your throat.
Whoa, for real?
You never had that?
Like
you
that
never
burning
tasted
is it a burning sensation? Like
sometimes
kinda
it's burning,
like,
but
it's
you
like a
never
deep-
tasted blood in your throat, like from working out too hard or like running too fast or I don't know.
Like-
can we just skip the?
I don't-
Yeah, you
I'm
want to know?
scared to
You never
agree.
had that though?
I've never.
I'm scared to
Wow.
agree.
Okay,
I'm
let
very
me-
unhealthy
First of
apparently.
all,
Is that linked to
first of all,
anything?
let me
Wait.
let me
No,
put it
well,
out there
let
that
me
I've
tell you.
literally only been in a gym for like an hour at a time, and it's never lasted longer than
Okay.
2 weeks in a row.
I used to
So-
play. I used to play ball. Nah, I'll be honest with you. I used to play ball.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes, like, if I was like overexerting myself, I would have like a taste of blood in my mouth. Anybody that overexerted themselves or whatever.
Okay.
So
I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
That
the
burn
reason,
right
yes,
here.
you get that burn and you almost taste blood in your throat.
I
And the
get it.
reason why you get that taste of blood, because I was always wondering about this, but I never asked because I was like, I don't want these doctors to be like, you're dying.
Yeah,
you know?
you
Yeah,
got something
right.
So
going on.
apparently, what happens is because your lungs are working so hard, they like, you know, they're working, they have blood vessels, and sometimes the blood
They're
vessels
popping.
pop.
Bong.
And because they pop, which anybody could pop a blood vessel. If you scream too hard, you can
Yeah.
pop a blood vessel in your eye. It's not that serious. But when it pops, you inhale the blood, which is why you taste it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, yo, that shit has happened to me a few
That
times.
I
sounds
was about to
familiar.
say
That's why I
because
was
you know
like,
there's like a little flap in between your esophagus. and
Yeah,
your
I don't got
larynx when
that.
it comes to
I ain't got that.
your
larynx.
vocal cords,
Yeah.
your larynx. So
Yeah, I
that
ain't got
goes
that.
back and forth.
stop lying.
No, I'm
It
serious. I
kinda-
really don't got that. I literally burned it from acid reflux.
That's
Well, you gotta hear,
crazy.
you gotta hear
Yeah.
that shit. But I totally get it now because I used to be in football, like mad football, basketball, mad shit. So I remember like being in practices, like, and like getting that burn right there. in the
That
middle of the
burn,
throat,
yeah, the
right?
burn, and it almost tastes like blood.
Interestingly, I did not get that last
Y'all
night.
both
Really?
make
Oh,
me
we
feel
was
so
we was
unhealthy.
big boying it. We was
Oh.
getting it. I was like, yeah. At 4 a.m. in the morning though. I don't know who I
First
thought I
of
was.
all, First of all, Vicky, look at what
Look, she said, I know Vicky forgot it was Wednesday. That's my bad though, because I should have called her. Victoria, in all honesty, I woke up at like 7:30. I should have been on my way here already.
Not for nothing.
So
y'all
that's
make me
the
feel so
timing that we
unhealthy.
on today.
I forgot I was invited. That's just real shit. It just must be Wednesday.
Woo.
It
It's
just must be the
it's
day.
just a wacky Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's
I
all
had
right
to
though,
act
because we here,
Wednesday.
we ready to go. So I have some talks in my head. Yo, they both scared because they're like, we know this girl, the shit that be coming out.
Okay, let's
Oh,
let's
I'm
let's
not-
put
I'm
this
not
out there.
even
First of
gonna
all,
go
this is like
there.
an original Boots crew right here, right. I was kind of added to the mix, but when we sit down and have conversations, and Elizabeth decides she wants to bring up a topic, you already know it's going to be.
I'm like the herbal like grandpa, so y'all about to get like mad proverbs from me. So you act inappropriate. I'm like, that's why you fucked up now. That's what's wrong with us.
So let's go. What's topic
What's
number
going on?
one?
What's oh god.
Let's
now
shoot
you got
right
me
into
scared
it.
to
It's
pick a fucking
But it's
topic.
your topic.
topics.
All right. So everybody's seen the videos about we seen the video about the guy that was talking shit about women, right? Everybody's seen
I
that
think
shit.
everybody's
What
seen that
guy?
TikTok by now.
The
The
one
one
I
with
think
the,
he was Spanish mixed
the
dude.
Spanish
the
dude
one
And
with
he
the
was
bathroom-
like,
with the
"Oh,
bathroom
women
curtain
want
out
to
the
be
window?
treated like
Who,
queens."
yeah,
and
the
da,
one
da,
who
da,
has
da.
the song about him and his mother.
Yes, and he said
Oh,
if she
him,
ain't
yeah,
like
he
my
been getting
mother,
all
I don't want to
flack.
be with her.
Damn,
Like,
it's
all
been
that.
like 3 weeks. He's still getting the flag, huh? Dang.
Look, even Vicky said, "Yeah, she scares me." Laugh out loud. That's terrible.
That's bad.
Yeah, he had the bathroom curtain in the window though, and
Mm.
talking like,
I'm
"No, we the
fucking
prize, we the prize,
Uh-huh.
we." And I'm like, "Who's we?"
So we all went over that video. And I want to say collectively, I'm proud of everyone because Everybody's been fighting on all these different topics: vaccinated, not vaccinated, freaking world opening up, politics, everything. Nobody's on the same page. I feel like we collectively came together and just roasted that man. We were like, nah.
Fact. It didn't matter what part of TikTok you was
Yo,
from.
it didn't matter. Everybody was
roasted
like,
him.
you ain't shit. You hate women.
Like, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't good. Oh my god!
I feel like everybody, a lot of people just like
right.
completely.
TikTok
I kid you not,
TikTok
people
is brutal.
People
TikTok
you
and
will
Twitter are two
never,
brutal platforms.
people you will
together.
never think came together and roasted this man and shared
In
videos
solidarity.
of people. Yes, was like, nah, man, you wildin'. You
Fight the
straight.
power.
You got issues.
Yo, listen.
Somebody need to teach him. I don't know. Like somebody.
I
Needs
feel
to,
like not for nothing. I feel like he has that one homeboy that he calls just when he needs that fix, and is like, "I
But
do go
see,
about your business."
and this is wait. But this was my topic. This was my topic though, because me watching that, right? Like I feel like I don't want to call it a double standard, but I feel like we as a society we've become to be so fucking selfish. Everybody looks out for themselves in a sense where people don't take into account how their actions affect other people, right? At all. Just because, like, and I'm guilty of this because I'll be like, yo, I'm willing to pay the consequence. But I also take into account how the consequence I got to pay is going to affect the people that I care about.
Right.
And I feel like nobody does that. So I feel like this is why we have so many problems right now, because everybody's literally like, I made that decision. I'm willing to deal with it, but they're not taking into account how it affects their family or their loved ones or like their significant others.
It's the day of the social complex, like with like when you have social media, right? Because we just talking about this, like when you're on the camera, it's just all about you. And it's constantly about you.
Yeah.
And this is just me and my content, what's on my mind, my views. The thing is, everybody's scared of conflict when it comes to conversations about like other perspectives. So when you have conversations, they're not challenging conversations. They're just somebody agreeing with your complex.
Yeah.
So let's say if I have a fucked up complex, man, I hate bitches. Of course, me too. You're not learning or engaging. So then it's a clusterfuck of everybody just we're right.
Yo,
right.
what is it?
We're this, we're
and
that.
that was what I was getting into.
And this is why you're fucked up. And it's like, but you're missing up. But did you even take the time to even be quiet for 5 minutes and talk to somebody with an opposing opinion about that, or somebody who doesn't even walk the demographic that you're talking about? Did you even take the time and address these situations in a conversation like you're having now? Because you can't be talking shit and just think you're right without having, like, I can't be talking about shit about women if I'm not going to talk to a woman personally.
You know, but this is why I'm saying, and this what I was leaning up to. I feel like as a people, we need to start taking accountability for the people that we care about. If I care about you, I need to start helping you take accountability.
But it's with people.
If you say dumb shit or you doing something dumb,
disagree.
Like if I'm your friend, if I care about you, it should be okay for me to be like, you're wrong.
Disagreement does not breed hate.
Yes.
Like, so let's really talk about it.
What is with this fake friend syndrome?
Let's really
she feeling it.
Yeah.
Sounding here. In the chest.
All right. And not for nothing, kind of branching off the whole social media thing. I just posted about this literally not even 10 minutes before I got in the car to come here. Like, somebody said something about happy birthday or something. I was like, yeah, I'm not saying happy birthday to nobody. I'm not putting happy birthday on nobody's Facebook. I'm sorry, but if I can't say it to your face, if I can't text you personally, or if you're not going to answer my message that I send you because I'm actually trying to be genuine about my happy birthday, I don't want that like. It's like, oh, okay, you read it. Okay, you scrolled through it and just kept hitting the like button because you know 1,000,010 people was on your page. I feel like at the end of the day, kind of going back to what you just said, is this community needs to come together as a whole. The only way you're going to get the community to come together as a whole is if you do something stupid in order to get everybody's attention.
That's a way to think about it.
Now, let's talk about it.
That's how social media works.
Exactly.
Now.
Look at the crate challenge. They started with the crate challenge, and look what happened in fucking Iraq.
Distractions.
It was a whole big distraction. The Taliban took over. Now, one thing I'm gonna say about that is everybody's like, "Oh my God, the U.S. help, the U.S. help." I solely believe the U.S. help, but you also have to think about it. Imagine how many years we've been in Iraq.
All our childhood.
We've been in Iraq for 20 years.
We're
now.
adults at this point.
I was a kid in 5th grade watching this shit
doing
go
the Harlem
down.
Shake on stage. My
hello, very well, but
the fact is 20 years
we've been. So you have to think about no, it's not even 20 years of distractions. You have to think about how many different bases, how many different branches, how many big spots we had set up in Iraq to just pull all the troops at once and then take all the equipment at the same time. You wasn't pulling all the troops out at the same time. There was no way you could pull all the troops out and pull every single thing.
People made a life there. Iraq. 20 years.
20 years.
People have lived more in war than they have in their regular life.
There's people who have graduated high school that year and have been over there ever since.
Wow.
There are people who sat there and dropped out of high school to go into this war and have been over there ever since. Came back, like a month and then went right back.
Yeah.
Came back 2 weeks and went right back. So you have people who have literally made lives and have routines over there. So imagine how much shit is sitting on Iraqi soil right now. That, respectfully, Biden did what he said he was going to do and pulled all the troops out. But at no point, but at no point did anybody think of, let's have a complete exit strategy plan. Instead of evacuating all the humans, let's evacuate the humans and the dangerous shit that we brought over there so nobody else can take them.
I feel like there's no right way to do it, honestly speaking. But I feel like that definitely wasn't the best option.
I feel like we should, but now bringing it back, I think we should have, like, this is important conversations. I think, like, what tying into what you said and what you said, these conversations matter, and there's a cognitive dissonance, and it's met with comic relief
all the time,
memes, through media, through distractions.
All the time.
We are getting too old, and the time is getting too critical. I don't care what age
or
you are,
the selfish mentality that it's not directly affecting me, so therefore it's not really an issue. So why should I care?
Exactly, and that's how men think. That's how women think. That's how
like the storm from last week. The storm from last week. Not for nothing. How many lives did that take?
It took a lot of lives.
Nobody can give me the number though, right?
We can't give you the number.
Exactly, because nobody's talking about the number of lives.
The media isn't talking about the number.
The media is not talking about it because nobody else wants to.
The media is not talking about it because that's how we're
the media is not talking about it. Exactly. The media is not talking about it because it's not trending. And the only thing that's trending is how much water was coming into people's homes, how many people were driving around on boats and rafts and
set on fear. It's just really set on fear. Everything's set on fear, not solutions. Everything's set on wow factors.
Yeah, but we live in a country that's always been reactive.
Always.
We've never prevented shit. It's always been like
it's never.
It's always like let's react to what's going on.
I wrote this morning. I was like, when are we going to have an open discussion? Unvaccinated and vaccinated people. When are we going to have an open discussion about what's really happening in our lives? Because I don't think anybody has noticed that 1.5 years has been taken from us, stolen.
How many people in this room are vaccinated right now? Raise your hand.
Our lives have been literally changed. I don't think anybody understands that. And what's really annoying me is I don't see any of the conversations happening over social media, at least in our community. And in Black and Spanish community, it's really bothering me because we really
or the right conversation.
Or the right conversation.
People be quick to like.
When I say discussions, I'm
not
talking about.
They won't get it, but they won't talk about why not.
When I say right discussions, I'm talking about actual mature discussions, not someone looking to be right, but us looking for actual facts, actual things that are solidified, actual research, actual perspectives that can gain a whole wider view of really what's going on, not just in our backyards in America, but in the world, because the world is having a different experience outside of America. They're not getting these types of mandates. They're not getting, just have the vaccine. They actually have options. They actually have different options for cures. They actually have different variables.
And I tell you, I've seen videos and like discussions and stuff where like people have traveled outside of the world. Like, outside of like America.
Totally different scope.
And they're like, they're not. It's not that serious.
It's not that serious.
Because
our
they
nation
already
is based on
did.
extremisms.
Yeah, they already handled. They already have their plans in play where they handled the situation and they're doing what they need to do. And
they're preventive, not reactive.
Yeah.
And we are extremists because we are reactive.
Everything got to be so fucking extra.
Like it's no conversation. It's like if you share a fact or an article about something, you're a leftist, you're a rightist. It's like those things, those labels are made up. They're distracting labels.
Yeah, see, I don't like that shit either because everybody wants to put you in a box.
It detours the conversation.
Like, oh, because you this, then that means that you're this, that, and the third.
You know what it is? It's a defense mechanism. It's the defense mechanism just not to do the intellectual work and engage in the conversation. Is oh, you're leftist. This is why you think like that.
For example, people that are like, oh, if you're like this is my biggest thing too. Like with the abortion, right? Oh, if you're pro-choice, that means you're for abortion. No, I don't agree with people getting abortion. I agree with people having a choice to get an abortion. If you want
abortions to go down, abortion rates go down, teach little girls and men and boys and everyone about proper sex education early, not just when they're already procreating and already able in high school and senior year.
Hold on. Let me branch up there after that.
In Norway, they teach their kids in the school system from kindergarten about their reproduction anatomy, and they have the lowest rates of STDs and teen pregnancies in the world. We don't teach our children and equip them how to protect themselves and prevention until high school when they've already fucked and little mama sucking dick in the stairway. She done sucked 3 dicks in the stairway for lunch, and now she got class. She got class on motherfucking sex ed. Mama, she experienced. You're late. It's too late.
Let me tell y'all something.
Sometimes the students could teach the teachers a little something.
First of all, let's really talk about it, right? Let's really talk about it. First of all, France, Italy, majority of Europe,
talk about it,
gives their kids alcohol from the day they are born.
It's wine.
A lot of people, it's wine, regardless.
Alcohol.
No, it's an alcoholic beverage.
They
have the least abuse. They neither one person in there abuses alcohol besides somebody who's from the military. Now you have to think about it. Being a American citizen, you cannot drink until you're 21, but you can go into the army at 18. Now tell me this: if I sit there and if I go into the army on my 18th birthday, I pass basic training, do what I have to do, and go straight into a war, I cannot drink until 2.5 years later. Yeah. So what am I supposed to do with my sanity after that?
And cigarettes in New York.
So I can sacrifice my life.
I can sacrifice my life and shoot somebody's child who has an AK-47.
I can't hit the happy hour,
but I can't sit there and take like 2 or 3 shots afterwards.
Listen, guys, the only thing I get what you're saying, but I know with the drinking age, because I've actually I did a research paper on it. It used to be 18 I don't remember when, because I'm not.
But there's no.
It's been a while since high school. But I remember doing the research, and the reason why they changed the drinking age is because too many high school students were not making it to graduation.
Ask me how many high school students. Ask me how many high school students in France still make it.
Of course, but that's because they have a different upbringing than Americans do. But you have to remember.
That's what I'm trying to key into.
When one thing that really kills me is when people from other countries view our entertainment and our content, they're blown away. They're in shock.
Because they're like, why is that something that you let your child watch?
What? They change all of our when we have American movies and ship them overseas.
They change a lot.
They take a lot.
But you also have to realize Brazil is one of those countries that change a lot of the children movies that come over there. But majority of their children's shows are over sexualized compared to Americans. That how American would look at it.
No, of course, but
that's
we're talking
that's
about,
normal to
we're
them.
talking
what
about
I'm saying
American has violence.
But that's what I'm saying.
Violence, sex,
drugs,
everything.
Sex and drugs.
Violence, scare. America has a big.
Because we have this whole stigma where we're free, we can do what we want, but it's
we're not. America has a very big scare tactic to where it's like what we show everybody.
Hold on, guys, we have a comment. If you're going to pull out troops, the equipment should have been a part of that plan. What enemy leaves their weapons in enemy territory?
Let's talk about it. I know exactly who that is. Let's talk about it.
That's Josh.
Yeah.
Oh, what up, Josh? What up, my
I saw
guy?
that.
It's not a scare tactic. It's not a scare tactic so much as it is an overindulgence. We are
Yeah.
very indulgent, very extreme on indulging nation. We love to fuck, we love to drink, and we love to do drugs, and we like.
And
that
then we wonder
everybody
why we're
knows
the
it.
highest country
And
in everything.
We overindulge in everything, and
But
we teach people how to
happiness.
do those things, but we don't teach them what it's
He
for.
said
Like
fear mongering.
oh,
Yeah,
right.
basically. That's there we go.
We'll shove sex in kids' faces all day in commercials and ads and shows.
But I don't
we
want to
will
have
not
that
teach them-
conversation.
No.
We won't teach them what does that do. Why is that for? Where do babies come from? We're so reluctant.
Yeah.
But when it comes to sexuality, no, baby, titties is out. Dick
Yeah.
prints is out. We scandalous out here. TikTok, you can find it on TikTok everywhere.
First of
And
all,
the
there's no reason
contradiction-
why there's a 3-year-old that was walking past the store today talking about what?
The contradiction that I be talking about is you wonder why people
Because that's cute to some people.
you
That
wonder
is
why
cute.
there's
It's
broken
But
cute
now
when
is
you're
it
child.
cute that
A
is
lot of
that
stuff
same
going on.
3-year-old grows up into that 12-year-old that was sitting in the staircase sucking dick right before sex ed?
Hands on my
Yeah.
knees, shaking ass like a thigh bitch.
Hello,
Post
like,
me a pic.
is that gonna be
Some
cute
one time,
when
man.
she turns
No, I
12?
get you. I get you. That you ain't telling me nothing I don't feel or
Like,
know already.
I feel
Like
like
you
at the
know,
end
you
of
know
the
what
day,
kills me?
we sit here and we shelter our kids from so much, and then you get mad when your kid grows up and doesn't know what they need to
The
do.
sheltering.
Let's
with the
really talk
fear-mongering
about
is
it.
the problem.
I can sit here and teach my kid how to play the piano from the day they learn how to move their fingers, and they're going to be a Beethoven by the time they get older. If I sit here and teach my kid, hey, listen, that's a no-no square, that's a no-no stick. You don't do this with this, but this is what it is. My kid is going to be the only child in her grade who is not going to be pregnant because she knew what the fuck it was before she got to school.
Yeah,
and it's just
like,
a simple
It's really that
conversation.
simple.
it's simple.
It's that
truly
simple.
just a
I have a
conversation.
But you know
15-year-old,
what?
and not for nothing, we were having this conversation with her when she was 10.
Let me tell you what it is though. We have to remember, right? Because we have to remember that we can't necessarily blame it has to change, but you have to remember we're learning from people
Who
that
didn't
learned
know,
that
that
way.
didn't have that. The
My
tools.
mom, like for example, my
They didn't
mom
have those
didn't
tools.
have that sex discussion with
Right.
me.
So why
It's
not
My
break?
mom always
why
put
not
the
break the
fear in
cycle?
me. No, because
Why
they
not
don't
break the
know better.
cycle?
You have to
No.
listen.
Why
listen,
don't you break
wait,
the cycle?
Wait, I didn't say I wasn't.
That's
Let me
what I'm
finish.
saying.
Let me finish. Let me finish though. When it came to my mom was raised with fear about sex. She was so scared. My mom will beat my motherfucking ass if she knows that I'm even thinking about sex.
Hands on my knees, shaking ass like that.
Okay. And then when it came to me, my mom was like trying to instill that fear. You cannot have sex. Don't do it. That's disgusting. That is whole shit. My mom in my head, programmed in my head, that if you were to have sex, especially before a certain age, you
That
hoe.
fear.
It didn't matter if I lost it to somebody I was with for years. It didn't matter if I waited till I was 18. She put the fear and the thought in my head programmed over time now. And I don't call her a monster for it because not for nothing, it's a Hispanic thing.
You know what I'm
You better not be
noticing?
doing that. You better not be. You better not be. Oh no, you don't. Never did she sit down and be like, you know what? Realistically, I didn't wait till I was married.
Right.
First of all,
I
shout
was
outs
with
to my mom.
I was with X, Y, and
Your mom
Z
cool as
for this
shit.
amount.
Shout out
For
to my
real.
mom because we all had the sex talk at the same time.
No, but that,
Sherry Ann caught her period, and we all had the sex talk at the same time. All
no,
three
but
girls.
I get that. But I was the oldest, so you got to give my mom some slack. I
I'm
was
the
the first.
baby girl. I'm 6 years
I
younger
know,
than
but
the
you just
oldest
said-
child.
But that's what I'm saying. You said when your sister
When
got
my
her
sister
period,
was 12.
she had the conversation with everybody.
So imagine how old I was.
I get
And
it.
that's still good though.
But that's still good. That's what I'm
That's
trying
really
to say.
good. And that's still good. She didn't have that.
I didn't have
She
that.
had
When I got my
somebody-
period, my mom wasn't like, "Oh, yeah, you know why you getting that? Because that's you're ovulating
That
and
my
your
mother
eggs are
made me
an
dying."
You know what I
Incredible
said?
Hulk.
You know what I said? I'll just finish talking to my
It's-
nephew.
you're a
I will
woman.
never forget that.
I just finished talking to my one of my family members about COVID, about how Fauci, whatever his name is, Fauci got caught lying in his before the Congress that he didn't have anything to do with Wuhan, which he funded and he with our tax dollars
Let's really
and he
talk
did
about
it.
it.
So I was sharing out with a family member, and the cognitive dissonance that I was met with was almost violent. And I was like, I don't have nothing to fight you over. This is just information you can research. Oh, you looking at that internet shit. Isn't that how we all graduated? Isn't that how we all get jobs? And isn't that how we get our money? Like, and
my favorite line, what I'm Google is your friend.
Right. But what I'm saying is, I took my one of my nephews. I took my nephew because he was there, and I had a bunch of medicines and a bunch of herbs and stuff, and I just brought him up. I was like, here, I want you to look at this. And I just started teaching him about what this is and how medicinal this is and what it is. And then something popped in my head. I was like, I don't want to be God-fearing. I want to be God-willing. Like, I don't want to be met with fire and brimstone of this is why you better do right. No, I want to be met with this is why we have the respect to do right, because this is what it brings. This is how we respect creatures. This is how we respect animals. This is how we respect ourselves. This is how we respect life in general. I don't think we're met with that type of conversation, that kind of basis. How are you supposed to respect anything if you're supposed to fear it? Because fear breeds misunderstanding, and from misunderstanding, it breeds violence. Because I'm not going to respect something I don't understand. So because your parents didn't understand that traumatic experience that they had, is that experience is met with violence. So if they see any remnants of you, mirroring that, what they fear, don't you be a hoe out in these streets. Yeah, you better stop fucking. You sucking dick. Look at that skirt.
And I'm not mad at it. I'm
not mad at it, but
I'm not mad at it because I know how my mom was raised.
But see,
I know how my grandmother is, so I see it.
But it shouldn't take the babies to understand this is why my parents are like this. This is why I'm met with so much violence, because you didn't understand. At some point, we have to be responsible for our own healing and be responsible for how we digest these problems and to get help, get therapy. And I'm so glad that our generation is a little bit softer with an understanding that mental health starts first.
Way too soft. That's well, no, I think that's Gen X and Gen Z.
It's like it's being deterred and detoured into other things because social media is a very distracting, and it's a fucking rabbit hole. And if you don't have the proper resources of research, you're just gonna be stuck in the mix.
I feel like our generation is like, we're all fucked up and we need help, and then the generations after us will be like, but I can't because I'm fucked up and I need help.
It's an aesthetic for them.
Yeah.
It's like I'm fucked up. And it's like, no, you really fucked up.
What up, everyone? Right. Really, it's like, y'all making great points.
It's like, you're really fucked up. It's like, just admit you're fucked up, and now what? Let's do something about it. Like, okay, our situation in this pandemic, we have a year and a half gone, lost, stolen from us. Great. Now what? Are we going to have the conversation of what's happening between unvaccinated and vaccinated? Because these 2 points could really bring
They'll never have that conversation, and I could tell you why. The reason why nobody will have that conversation, the same reason why nobody will sit here and have the conversation about safe sex. It's because at the end of the day, one thing is supposed to happen and the other thing is an option.
I'll do you one better. A lot of people are too afraid, or maybe don't want to hear that they may have been wrong in the decision. Or they may have something else to learn. They just want a definite answer that, okay, this is what it is, and I made the right choice. And it's like, sometimes it just doesn't work like that. Sometimes we need a little bit more process.
Listen, to be honest, my biggest opinion, well, not my biggest opinion, my biggest fact about the vaccine alone is that my older sister, the one right before me, had COVID. 2 weeks, took the whole thing that New York was giving out when they were telling healthcare workers to go to the hotel in the city and stay in the hotel for 2 weeks and completely abstain from seeing anybody, doing anything with anybody, stayed in the room, got better, got home, still had an extra 4 days off to make sure she was good to go to work. And the second she got the first shot, she was sick. Still had to give a week or two until she got the second shot, and got even worse.
This experience is very important because this is what we all should be hearing.
Exactly.
We're not hearing enough of these. We're hearing 60 million people has had COVID and there's no cure, and get a shot now.
I don't give a damn. At the end of the day, my mother, who has diabetes, never had COVID, was sitting in the house completely sheltered because both of my siblings who live with her are very
outgoing,
germophobic.
Oh no! Oh yeah, they were staying in, right?
Yeah, they stayed in. It's to the point where if I went down to go see them, I had to make sure I kept my mask on because my niece has sickle cell and both of my nephews has asthma. So that entire house is very germophobic. Right. Why did my mother come up to New York, continue to keep her mask and gloves on, got the COVID vaccine up here, and still had to wait a week and a half before she was able to go home because she got sick? I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing as the flu. You give us the flu, we end up getting sick after the shot. We take that a week, and then we go about our business.
See,
why
this
is
why
it
we need
that
these variables?
We have-
we need all of these
exactly?
variables to
People
put
don't
the
really
pieces
talk about
together.
it. People are talking about, well, I got the vaccine and I'm fine. All right, let me put a magnet to your
Our
arm. real
comments
quick.
are really delayed, so I'm just gonna read some of them. No square and no sticks. LML.
I like
But-
that name.
But instead, parents are now just putting them in front of the TV or tablets and doing
And
all
just
the
letting
thought
them-
shit in front of them.
I'm not gonna hold you. It's
Yo.
very convenient when them kids is asking you for them kids is on their third snack. And
I
you
have
just
a
like,
3-year-old
stop
niece
eating.
who has a phone that works, and she will call you and continue to call you if you do not answer her. And her mother deleted TikTok off her phone. How did she get TikTok back on her phone?
I'm gonna tell you right now. My son is obsessed with technology. He has a Switch, he has a cell phone, a working cell phone, and he has an iPad. He does not go on TikTok. That's a no. He doesn't ask. He knows better. No. He goes on YouTube Kids. If I hear anything remotely sounding
Inappropriate?
anything,
Right.
First of all,
Inappropriate.
remember when
Turning
they
it off.
had YouTube
Any
Kids with
little
that
thing.
Momo or Mama, whatever the
Yeah.
hell it is?
But
thing?
see, no, because and then my whole thing is,
Had kids
if
killing
my
people
son
all of a
can't
sudden?
spell it, if you need help trying to figure out
I'm
what
not
you're
putting
looking
it
up,
in.
you ain't looking for it.
Exactly.
Figure it out. There's a way to go about things. I just feel like
And not for nothing,
That's
I
a
like that type of
cop-out.
parenting.
That's a
Because
cop
there's
out.
no
do.
reason
That's what I
why
do
there's a
too.
3-year-old
I
walking
have
around
to
with a
cop out.
completely working phone and can
Technology's-
look up whatever she
Right.
wants.
Technology's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna have technology, we have to be as parents and as guardians to be proactive about what we put in and what they're digesting.
Simple.
Everything. Like if I know my child, I gave my child 2 bowls of sugar ass cereal. And you
Josh
come
said my
to me-
mom was scary as shit. I was just letting you know.
But if I know my child had 2 bowls of cereal and they come and ask me for a snack, a sugary snack, I'm gonna say no because
Yeah.
I know you had 2 bowls of cereal already. You don't understand why I'm not giving you this much sugar, but I do. I understand why I'm not
Yeah.
giving you this much sugar, and I need to instill practices, healthy practices, and boundaries because I'm not gonna be here in your life all the time.
One
Oh,
thing
Momo
I've learned
was
being a
scary as
step,
shit. I thought-
one
I thought
thing,
you
Momo.
And I got my
So when you
glasses
do
on,
One
I
thing-
reference
don't see that.
life, when you do
Yeah.
reference life, even like boom, Black people, you better eat everything that's on your plate. You know how many kids is starving in Africa?
okay,
I'm
and
full.
at the end
Why
of the day,
are you making me
put
eat
that
this
in the
food?
fridge then.
Now kids are growing obese. I'm one of them. Now kids have a eating disorder about, oh, I can't see my plate with food on it. I must finish it. And I had to really break and sit myself down and like, okay, nigga, why you keep on doing that? Obviously you full. Just respect the fact that you full. But these little triggers in our head that we don't even know about, how we're raised and how we practice life. 'cause that's what
Overfeeding
all it
is a
is.
thing.
Let me t-
people.
let
It
me
really
tell-
breeds problems.
Let me
Feeding
tell
is
you
a
one thing
thing.
that I noticed, right? Like growing up in a Hispanic household, yo. If I'm making my plate, I'm old enough to make my own plate. When I was younger, my grandmother made my plate. If I say that's too much rice, that's too much rice. If I want more rice, I'm going to get up and I'm going to make myself another plate. I feel like there's this whole aesthetic, and even with fucking movies, you see it all the time. They pick the scrawniest fucking kid in the family and they give
Mhm.
them the biggest fucking plate.
all the time.
Or I was met,
Toxic as
oh
fuck.
no, I
all
was
the
met
time.
with because you big, we know you want more food. And that's not all the time. My
Yeah.
genetics,
Do
I
you
was
know-
just tall. I was just 6 foot.
Do you
I was a
know
little bit
that
thicker.
I hated that as
I
a
had
kid?
the same diet, and from my family, Caribbeans everywhere, from Puerto Ricans
Trini all day.
to Trinis to Guyanese.
Hello.
We love rice. And
Yes.
and for my diet, who I was as a kid, I don't fit that criteria of, you know what I'm saying, of, oh, I could lose the weight fast. Nah, if I'm eating, it's gonna stay on.
And
Even
it's
if
gonna
I'm
stick.
active, I'm still active to this day. I did 40-minute workout and I ain't have no problem. Y'all see me
Mhm.
perform for 30 minutes, no problem. I'm this boy be moving. So
Yeah.
Hello.
so what I'm saying is, it's like people don't. It's all about tools. You know, now that
Yeah.
I live this experience, I can go to my child or my niece and nephew and they say, "Uncle, I'm full." Cool, put it in the refrigerator. Go
Yeah.
back to it when you want something to eat.
But trust
and
and
I'm not
believe
gonna
you're not about to
continue
come back to me and
and
ask me
waste
for a
that food.
snack though.
Oh,
Don't come back and ask for that snack though.
No, you
Because
not.
I feel like at the end of the day, I gave you what I know you can eat.
Boundaries.
Yeah.
Boundaries.
Exactly. I gave you
There's
what I
no
knew you can
boundaries.
eat, and I gave you what I know I watch
What
you
we
eat all
not
the
gonna
time.
do is
So
be
when we-
overindulgent and waste food.
Exactly.
And
That's
that's what I'm
not-
teaching kids as well too. 'cause
Exactly.
They'll throw food away in a heartbeat.
There's
I'll
a
be so
difference from
triggered.
overfeeding your kid and
My child is
overindulging
the
your
opposite,
child.
guys. I gotta yell at my child. Like, don't eat that. that was there all day. Don't eat that shit. Like, yo, I kid you not, because I
don't eat
I
that.
do that because he's like, hey,
Nah, he
he's
didn't really be like
he's
that, though.
very much like my little sister. My little sister was the type, not anymore. She could sit down and eat a whole meal, but when she was younger, as she was growing, she was a snacker all day. She couldn't sit down and have a big meal. She'll pick at food, come back, pick at it, come back, pick at it, come back. Snacks all fucking day. This girl's a fucking twig. It worked for her. Not me.
Right.
I gotta sit down.
We
I
gotta
gotta
save for the
demolish that
flavor.
fucking
You
food.
feel me?
I can't
We
do
gotta
that.
save for the
But my
flavor.
child is the same way. So when we get him food, I know he's not gonna eat it. If he's eating it, that means he was hungry for a long fucking time
And he
and
didn't
he
say
put it off
nothing.
because he was playing. Because that's another thing. My
Mhm.
son is very he's the type, he will play whatever got his attention, he will keep on it until it's like, nah, I'm about to pass out if I don't eat. If I don't go to the bathroom right now, I'm gonna pee myself. He's extreme. He won't go and be like, let me take a break and go to the bathroom. No, he'll go to the point where he's running to that fucking toilet with his pants falling, like, I gotta go. That's how he is. But with food, man, he'll keep that shit all day. And then I'll be like, you know what, Hayden? Because after an hour or two, it's like, I don't know if you should eat that. Maybe, depending on what it is. But like it'll be like 5-6 hours later. And I'll see him looking for the food. And I'm like, don't touch that. I'm gonna throw it out. You want a grilled cheese? You want something? What do you want?
Let me
And he's just like,
put
no,
it
I'm
to
gonna
you
eat
like
this.
this,
I'm like,
because
you're not eating
not
that.
for nothing, and it's not to even like what is, I don't even know what word I'm looking for right now, but it's not to even like downplay what you just said. But being a child of 4 and watching the youngest get to eat whatever he wanted, and the other 3 having to eat whatever my mother made, at the end of the day, it gets to a point where it's like, all right, you're not going to eat that. I know you're not going to eat that. So if I give you this, you should just eat it, right? No. Half of the time, this little motherfucker would get a whole pie. My father would sit there and be like, oh, family night, pizza. I'm so fucking tired of pizza. Listen, everybody will tell you the only time I'll eat pizza is if I'm in the mood for it or if it's a kids party. Okay? When I tell you I'm so tired of pizza and Zeppelis and garlic knots,
because you live right there. It's
over
right
it.
around the corner.
Besides,
and that was before it was built.
Hello?
Probably. So wait,
And
they
hello?
serve A&S pizza, yo.
I ain't wait. I'm not
Like,
even gonna lie though. She's sitting here talking all this shit about pizza.
Like you don't
I'm an
text me
addict
all the time talking about I
Knowing
just
that
had a
I'm
whole
an
pepperoni pizza
addict.
pie.
No,
I don't
I've
even
been
care.
good. I haven't had pizza.
Oh
in
no,
a
now she's on
long
tacos.
time.
I was about to say,
she
now she's
bugs
on
the
tacos.
fuck
Damn,
out of me for
really?
tacos. I'm
Like
blowing it up.
really?
No,
She
you
be
know what used to
trying
piss me
to
off about her
kidnap me
is
for
when she used to have tacos on Monday.
I had tacos every day. If I
Yeah,
could,
fuck
too.
out of here. They ain't
I'm
no
so
fucking
bad.
I'm
Taco
sorry.
So bad.
If
Listen,
you go
Taco
somewhere to get
Tuesday
I'm waiting
is
for my
nice.
cheat day to
if
have
you
a
go
taco.
somewhere to get tacos, that's one thing. But if you sit there and you make tacos, you are only allowed to make tacos on Taco Tuesday.
No.
Who the fuck that?
Said
If I
that.
got tortillas in
It's-
the motherfucking
Thank
fridge,
you.
they getting 8.
But
Yep.
now
They
look at me being on social media. It's a social media thing every day on Tuesday.
Right. Who the
Everybody
fuck made that
eats
up?
tacos.
Tacos. Where you learn that shit from?
First of all, didn't LeBron say it nicely?
I don't give a fuck what
It's
LeBron said.
Taco
LeBron is not a nutritionist.
Tuesday.
LeBron is not my nutritionist. We will have tacos
Oh,
whenever the
nah.
fuck
I
we
don't even like
please.
LeBron, but when it comes to Tuesday, that's
It's
my
funny that
nigga,
she
like-
talk all this shit about pizza, right? Because I want to say about 2 years ago, because it's been a minute. About 2 years pre-COVID, right?
How do I know what you're talking about?
Pre-COVID.
Oh my god.
Every time we would talk, because we're foodies, she would be like, "Oh, what you eating? Pizza." So then she was like, "You have a problem. You eat too much pizza." And I was like, "You know what? She probably right." So then I was like, "I'm not gonna eat pizza." So now it got to the point where my pizza problem was so bad that I would eat pizza and tell her I was eating something else.
Literally.
That's a fast shit.
And then
So-
one time, the crazy
Wait.
thing is,
So here's
pause,
where my
'cause
plan
one night she told me
backfired.
she had something, and she was I went over the next day, and I'm like, why is there a pizza
Pizza
box
box?
here?
No, I'm gonna tell you. Wait, I'm gonna be honest with you. This bitch came over and my fucking dumbass shit, and I'm normally good with this.
Yeah.
My ass had a recycling bag with about 6 pizza boxes in it.
All right.
And
you
she
know.
was like, Ellie, Who ate pizza this whole week?
Enough.
Because you ain't told me you had pizza.
Not once
Bitch,
that
that's
week.
enough
She
for
talked.
a whole
That's
class
the thing.
party.
First of
Yo,
all, me
yo.
and Hayden could put down pizza. It wasn't from one
Oh,
sitting.
so Hayden
it was from
sits
the
down
week.
for pizza, but he
Okay.
won't sit down for actual food.
Oh, he loves pizza.
Oh, he got your addiction
Yeah,
now.
he damn sure does.
Look, 6
When I was
boxes.
pregnant,
that
that's
boy
what
will
I
sit
ate.
there.
Pepperoni
Listen, that boy will
pizza.
sit there and eat
See,
pizza with his
pepperoni
mama
fucked
like
me up.
it's
If I eat too much
nothing.
pepperoni and cheese,
Oh yeah.
the heart, the
But it
heartburn,
was-
the
Oh,
indigestion.
yeah.
It
Hell
was
yeah.
the I thought you didn't have pizza this week with 6 bags in a clear
Right,
bag
6
for
boxes.
me.
In a clear
Like-
bag, not even a black, a clear.
And
Clear. It's
Kay,
recycling.
Now
Okay.
you walk
Okay.
into our apartment, right? So you know when you walk
She wasn't
upstairs,
trying to hide
and she
that
usually
motherfucker.
has like the garbage sitting right there because Frankie's
Yeah.
gonna walk downstairs with it. Yeah, it's sitting right there in front of the door, and
call
it's the
that
first thing
handy.
I see. The second I get to like,
You
the
could-
It
It
wasn't
level of
recycling
stairs.
day, guys. That's why I was sitting there.
That's your claim. It wasn't recycling. You would have got away
Yo.
with it if it was recycling day.
Right?
That's what you're saying. That's what I hear.
Should have just invited me over the day after recycling day.
Fucking
Wait till
dead.
Tuesday. Wait till Tuesday.
Right?
You could come over Tuesday. That's when they.
I actually haven't had pizza in a while. I haven't had pizza in a long time.
As much as I want to believe that I haven't
Nah,
been
I'm
in your house
serious.
in a
You
while,
can
so-
even, yeah, no, you can ask Hayden too, because Hayden don't ask. He'll be like, "I want pizza." Hayden likes thin
Oh
crust
yeah, Hayden will
pizza.
throw his
Oh,
mother
he's
under the
fancy.
bus.
I love
real
a
Oh
good
no,
thin
let
crust.
me tell you something.
A good
My
thin crust.
child
Hayden
is
will throw his
very
mama
thin.
under the
He's
bus
very
so
thin,
quick.
but he has fat. Let me tell you, this is how you know proud parenting moment.
Fat
So
boy
one day
tendencies.
I made chili, made like a chili.
Mm.
I made like a chili and white rice, like a Spanish chili and white rice.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then I decided, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make garlic bread too. Tell me why. I watched my child. He's never seen anybody do this.
Tell me he built it. He put it
Bro,
on top.
he
the rice on
fucking
top
mixed
of
the
bread,
chili with the white rice.
as he should.
And then
scooped
Scooped
it
it
on
on top
the
of the
garlic bread
motherfucker. Why
and
did I know
ate
what he
it.
was doing before you said
Let
it?
me tell you.
Why I know he did it before you said
me
it?
and his father sat there in disbelief, like
Fuck it up, Hayden.
As he fucking should.
Fuck it up,
fat boy
Hayden.
mentality.
better get it.
Hello.
Fat nigga tendencies.
Yo.
Yeah.
I
For real.
can't.
It's a
I
real
can't.
thing.
Yo, I'm fucking
No, it
tearing 'cause
really
that
is,
shit
though.
funny.
He has good taste. But
Yo,
but back to what we was talking about.
Never
like,
gave
it's
him
about
mushroom.
conditioning,
He eats
for real.
mushroom.
It
on
really is
pizza.
about conditioning. Because not for nothing, my daughter will sit at the table and eat everything on her plate if she likes it.
And
like,
if she
If she does not like it, it'll take a minute. But depending on how much she tolerates it, she'll eat majority of what's on
now
the plate.
I'm very strict on vegetables though. You gonna eat up some bites of vegetables.
Listen,
You're not
first
getting
of
up
all,
until you eat a bite of vegetables because that's very important. I need
I was
you to
never-
train to like.
I was never
vegetables.
strict on vegetables for the only reason that she'll eat an entire thing of strawberries, like a Costco thing.
That's a good important thing. I don't.
Yeah.
I
No,
give a
no,
fuck.
like-
I give a fuck about how much candy you eat, but I don't give a fuck how much fruit
Do
you
you
eat. You
know
can go
how
for
big the
your apples
Costco
all you
things
want.
are?
Yeah,
She's eating that in
That's
an
good.
hour.
that's good. I don't
Yeah,
have a problem
my
with
So
that.
I never gave a fuck if she ate vegetables at fucking
Right,
dinner.
you got your
Because
nutrition
I know
value
when
already.
we did food shopping, you ate the 3 or 4 things we got from Stop and Shop.
Right.
So by all
That's
means,
how
you
I'm
got
like
your
you.
nutrition.
I'm like that too. I really be like, we really be
Trust
paying
and believe.
attention to what they
Leave some
eating.
chocolate in the fridge and it might go missing.
Look at everybody. Look at abuse coming through, saving the next nation. They got them on proper diets and shit
cut
from
it
being
out.
traumatized.
Yo, and
What?
my child. I have that child that everybody sees him when I take him to the store, and they're like, "Oh my god, that's so good!" And in my head, I'm like, "Fuck," because veggies and fruits are more expensive than a bag of chips. I'm gonna
so
say
much
it.
more.
On purpose.
So on
So much
purpose.
more.
purpose.
So like, I'll take my son to the store, and he'll be like, "No, ma, I want the veggie cup," and I'm like, "That veggie cup is fucking $6. Grab a fucking bag of chips." Nah,
you know what?
in my
Yo,
head,
but
no,
not
but
for
I
nothing.
own it.
Not for
I'll be
nothing.
I'm
like,
about
you
to
know
say,
what?
but
I'll
not
be
for
like,
nothing.
nah,
I'm
take
paying
it.
that $6.
Just get the apples. Get like 1 apple, 1
No,
orange, and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that, and let him build.
Yo,
his
it's
own.
to the
no, he wants the
it's to
veggie
the point-
cup with the celery and the
You
ranch
gonna have
and
to
the.
Oh,
make it,
no.
mama. You
No,
gonna
I
have
do
to.
it at home. I do it
Listen,
at home.
Yeah,
we can do it
You
at
still
home
eat it?
too, but by
Yeah.
all
You gotta
means, if
fool
we
'em.
in the store and
Get
I'm
the
walking
container
in,
that
I don't
look
give
like
a
the
fuck
grocery
what I
store
got.
shit. Get the container.
No, but
that
I'm
look
not
like
talking.
grocery
I mean,
store
like if I take him to the store to get a snack,
right.
Oh,
he'll
trust
see
and
it.
that's
believe.
his option.
We spending that $6.
Yeah, no,
We're spending
I
that
will.
$6 because at the
I
end
will,
of the day,
but
I'd
I
rather
love
you
it
be
because other
healthy than
parents would
fat.
be like, "I wish my child did that," and in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, you pay for it then."
Right. You want to chip in? Cash at me. Right. You feel me? Cash at me. Send that Wi-Fi right here.
Or
Baby.
like the watermelon, the
Yeah.
fruits.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
He loves that shit.
It was
It's
to
very
a point
important. I'm
where
glad
we
that's
started
that's
buying
good.
like all the cups, like how they already have it just cut, ready to serve type thing. I started
It's
buying
so-
them shits and just
no.
throwing them in
Those
the
cost
fridge.
Make that
more
shit
money.
yourself.
That shit, because I worked in produce, that shit will cost more money just for the labor of them cutting the shit.
I'm
Yo,
sorry,
I'm
but living
telling you
in
right now.
Virginia and having both of us work with a child going to school,
She's like, we're
there was
buying cups.
absolutely no time. So Walmart, we're buying
No,
those
I can
cups.
tell you
please
right
and
now.
thank you.
I can tell you right now. I love cooking. I love chopping up shit. I'll do it. But I could tell you right now, you could buy like a big tray like this big for like $20, right? With a whole bunch of fruit.
Yeah.
My son doesn't like all the fruits. So guess what? I'm gonna buy the fruits that he likes for the $20. And I'm gonna
Right.
buy enough to make about 8-10 containers. And now I have it for the whole week for whenever he wants a fruit bowl.
Oh, you could do
or
this.
if I want it.
Do you know what you could do? How many days of one whole watermelon? For me, I don't even like watermelon. But the kids, I love when there's watermelon in the crib.
Your mom's here.
Hey.
Hi, mom.
Hi, mom.
Oh, did she miss that whole segment of the pizza?
She said,
era?
"Hey,
Did
Tisha."
she miss the segment of the pizza? Let me not tell.
Yo, listen, first of all, don't make me go because she knows I hate the fact that we had to eat pizza all the time for Sean. I don't give a fuck. I'll keep repeating it.
She was in
Sean
Curtis Pass and Curtis. She was like, "Fuck
Sean,
AMS.
I'm sorry, Sean.
Fuck
Sean
AMS
G.
pizza."
Seaton used to get pizza every night and it didn't give a fuck about what his sisters thought at all.
Them farts was diabolical.
If we wasn't in
Too much
Pizza
damn
Hut or
pizza.
Domino's, we were in somebody's mom and pop pizza shop getting pizza for dinner because that's all that little motherfucker would eat, and that's the only thing my father decided to put his stove upon us if we weren't going to IHOP or
She
Hometown
said,
Buffet.
"Hey, everyone."
Besides the fact, let me
I
not even
hate
talk
how
about the
raspy
fact
I
we
sound.
got
I'm like, "Hi,
we got
everyone."
banned
I
from
don't hear it,
Hometown
like,
Buffet because he
breaking.
got sick from the chicken. Let me not. You know what? Y'all gonna
Oh,
get
she
me
really
started.
traumatized over here.
Y'all gonna get
Wait, let me
started.
therapy you. Be responsible for your pain.
You know,
Let me say-
yo, I
I'm
couldn't eat
dead.
Lunchables because he got sick from Lunchables too.
Oh damn.
Nah, I'm gonna tell
Yo,
you this.
everything he got sick from, I couldn't eat, and I'm just like, but my stomach is better than his. Do you not see? Do you not see this?
I'm fucking down.
Feed me, please.
Nah, I could tell you. I definitely have a problem. I don't know if it's ADHD or something, but like I hyper. No, I'm being completely honest. I hyper fixate on food. So like if I get stuck on pizza, or if I get stuck on tacos, or if I get stuck, I'm not even shitting you, and I know, like I'm aware, but I can't help myself. I will crave that food until the point where
You can't.
I'm
eat it
dying.
To get it.
No, to the
Or
point where I'm dying because
of
I can't. My
eating it.
body's like, bitch, don't eat it. I'm like that. I was like that.
I'm to the
I
point
was
like
like
that
that
with
with
Chinese food right
Takis. I
now.
was like that with pizza. Until the food has traumatized me, I'm gonna eat it. It's bad.
Let me tell you something. I've been working at a Chinese food store, Fule Homes, 416 Jersey Street. You know, I have to put that plug in real quick. Black-owned Chinese store. Anyway,
It's a black-owned Chinese
Oh
store.
God,
sure is, and
she
it
said,
delivers
"Hey,
over-
I'm having margaritas. Yummy."
Wait a minute.
Ow, technically us too. It's a black-owned Chinese
Pause.
store that delivers to the entire north side of the island.
Stop. Hold on. Wait. Stop. Hold up. There are black people making Chinese food on the island.
Hello.
Where's the Staten Island advance for that?
929-415-7086.
What?
7077 if you want to get the other one.
Oh shit.
First of all, you get 4 big pieces of fried chicken for $762. Trust and believe, honey
She
wings is
over
our
here
staple
doing-
right now.
She's doing a.
What was the point, T? What's the point again? Because you got me over here wanting some wings. What was your point?
No, my point is I've been working at this shop for 2 whole months.
Shout out to
and
them.
Shout outs to them. But I've gained 20 pounds because I've had Chinese food every single day in support of my job. And when I tell you that I look at shrimp and broccoli and don't even want to touch it anymore. Like,
I had
and
that today.
That's crazy.
And shrimp and broccoli is one of my favorite things to get. Shrimp and broccoli, General Tso shrimp. First of all, I'm a very big shrimp eater. I love shrimp. If I don't do shrimp, I do chicken. Either way, replace
It's
it.
going down.
So it's going
shrimp
Did you
and
see her
broccoli with
face?
extra brown sauce over white rice.
Oh my!
I like the chicken and broccoli with white rice over white rice.
I
with
get
a little
extra brown
gravy.
sauce.
Yeah, a little,
Yeah.
little. You see, a little bit.
Now
we
imagine
always-
having
yeah.
that every single day
Yeah, you gotta cut it out.
for
Yeah,
2
no.
months straight.
I did that. I used to work at a place and I used to order the Chinese food and I ate that every fucking day for like 2 weeks and I wanted to kill myself. I was like, what the fuck?
Every day when you go to work.
No, I could never. Not Chipotle. I can't do Mexican food every day. I can't do it.
I really can do a good taco. Where I'm like,
No. Yeah,
I
a good
find
taco, but I mean like a whole
excuses.
meal. Like I wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
eat like a
Oh no!
a
I was taking
burrito
them
bowl
both
from
home.
Chipotle every day.
I was taking those
that
bowls
would
home at
fucking
some point.
that I would die.
I was
Mm.
taking the burrito bowls home at some point because I was just like, yeah, I love
Why would
this.
you
but
eat
this
to
is
the
just
point
too
you
much.
don't want to eat anymore? I don't know. Because that's how I am.
It's this. So sometimes should just be like little acute disorders. Like we're not
That's a
talking about.
disorder
Oh
for
my
me.
god, I'm gonna die.
No,
It's
I'll
just
be
like,
honest.
sometimes
That's
it's little,
that-
little
that's-
acute
no.
disorders.
I
that we
would
don't
I will
notice.
literally eat it till like it's killing me.
Okay,
so
then
like,
that's yeah.
That's a
Ooh,
complete disorder.
ooh-wee.
That's
Yeah,
something
like
you
I used to
gotta really
eat
figure out.
Takis like really bad, like really like my
Like you
obsession
really
with
need to be
Takis.
released from the
And I already
shackles of
have
that
acid.
food.
Yeah, I already have acid reflux issues.
Shout
And then
outs to Mom
after
for
like I was like
introducing me
puking
to
my
shrimp
brains
and
out and like
regretting it right
dying.
after.
She's still
I was
talking
like,
about
yeah, I
those
should
shrimp
not
and
eat
all.
it.
Because she just said something.
Oh yeah, shrimp. Well,
For
damn,
re-
shrimp.
And you don't even care about the benefit. I mean, the risks of like Takis and stomach ulcers and shit. Because them kids be eating. Too
Oh, I
much
most
Takis.
definitely have stomach ulcers from
Kids are
fucking
gonna get
Takis.
stomach ulcers
Cut it out.
regardless.
I'm just
'cause all they
waiting.
do
I'm
is
just
eat
waiting.
spicy things.
Cut it
I'm
out.
just waiting for the fucking
Takis
commercial.
is not gonna be the only thing.
Did
Cut
you
it
eat
out.
this?
There's flaming hot Doritos.
That's why I don't eat them
flaming
anymore.
hot Cheetos.
Okay, and then you want to
flaming hot.
that's my
wash
new
it down with a
fix.
Coke.
popcorn.
Wash it down with a Coke.
No, a
That
glass
shit
of
gonna
milk.
fuck you up. Oh,
I'ma go- give me a break.
You
real quick,
gotta
'cause
fucking.
I'm-
You got.
oh,
I
what?
have to. Cause it's hot.
So you get? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How's that acid? Do you get acid reflux or something?
I do. That's why I drink everything with
And
milk.
you wonder what your
I eat
problem
everything.
is?
No, I eat everything with milk. It calms it down. I eat my pizza with milk. We did it in school. Why is everybody so fucking confused?
Girl.
We had milk in school with
Do
everything.
not have
Let me school
spices
you.
with no
Let me
milk.
school you on why everybody is so goddamn confused as why
Wait
you
a
drink
minute.
milk with anything hot. First of all, you drink anything with anything hot.
No, it's not
Milk?
even that. The acid in like the tomatoes and the pepperoni, and
No.
then the acid in like the
So
spiciness.
This is
with
why I
the
don't
hold
eat
on,
like that
hold on.
anymore.
Oh, because I'm about to
Okay,
break it.
okay, good. It was
I'm
I
about to
calm
break
down.
it down. I'm about to
Yeah.
break it down. If you drink anything while it's hot, you're going to burn yourself because all you're doing is bringing the burning sensation down your throat. That's one.
No,
Two,
dairy crunches
You're
it a little bit.
supposed to drink dairy beforehand because it coats your throat
And
to the
after.
point where you do not get as much of a burning sensation. And when you drink it afterwards, it brings it down. Now, if you are drinking dairy after you
My
eat
preacher voice
something,
is crazy.
Mom said, "Hey, I just came. Who is this dude?"
My name
Ma,
is
you
Kaden.
know
doesn't even
Kay.
remember Kay.
Hello,
That's
hello.
terrible.
I think it's because
I
your
was the
hat
cook
on
from
the
Boutique.
side.
Yeah, you cover your.
Ma, you know who Kay is.
I was the black cook.
Oh,
at
she just
Bootlegs.
came. She was the whole conversation.
You feel me?
That's the king of curry wings.
I'm about to say, yo,
Oh.
no, not for nothing. Mommy was busting down the barbecue wings last time we took her.
Really?
Like she
I
was
like cooking for
because
for
remember that was the
parents.
day of your I don't know if it was your birthday or your
No, it was my release
show.
party. It was my
Yes.
release party. Oh yeah, your mom was
Yes.
jamming. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We had a special menu.
And
We had tacos on the
uh-huh.
menu. Definitely did.
Oh my
And
god.
wing, curry wings, barbecue wings.
And mommy was busting them down at the bar.
Listen. Listen, this is already she already out of hand, out of order.
So what
out of
we're
line,
not
out of
gonna do
pocket.
is entertain the bullshit.
I know. All right, guys.
Out of
So-
pocket. No, I got IBS one time doing some shit like that. I ate
Exactly.
I ate halal chicken, and then I got me a Dairy Queen shake.
Oh, you fucked your entire
I was
life
young
up.
and dumb, okay, young, wild, and
Ugh.
free. All right, leave me alone. And I got the Dairy Queens.
Young,
My
dumb,
stomach
and broke.
never. It humbled me to really
You
get
realize
into
I didn't
health.
finish the word because he's not. But I just
Not, bro, no, but for real, dumb, like dumb. But once again, I didn't have those practices. I didn't know boundaries. I didn't know what did not go right because I always assumed that I always had a great stomach. I never had those types of stomach problems. I ate what the fuck I wanted and I was out.
I always had stomach
But that
problems.
dairy humbled me from
Always.
that day on. Now I can't drink dairy. Now I'm like, okay, give me some almond milk, give me some coconut milk, give me anything.
I can't eat eggs no more, yo.
Even
You know what
2% milk I can handle.
You know what
but
messed my life up?
full milk,
day?
no.
It's the eggs for me.
It's the eggs.
I can't do egg. Y'all laughing. It's why I hate when people be like, yo, let's go out to breakfast. No. Who has breakfast without eggs?
Breakfast.
No.
Without eggs.
I'm about to
No,
say,
that
not for nothing.
sucks.
There's a lot of times I go
I
to
just get
IHOP
chicken
and
and
I don't get
waffles.
eggs.
That's it. But like everything
Okay,
else is
'cause that's
like everything else
breakfast,
has
like-
fucking eggs.
So
I get it.
you could take eggs out
But
of
I like
anything.
eggs. So it's like it's a tease. I'ma sit there and watch you eat some fucking cheesy ass scrambled
And you know
eggs.
Aries gonna try it. We ain't got no discipline. We gonna eat them damn eggs.
And then I'm gonna
I
suffer all
forgot
fucking
I was in
day.
the middle of 2 fire signs. That's why I'm over here steaming like this. Whew. Okay.
I'm dead.
What's the next
crazy.
topic? We done ranted. We done went into
I'm about to
parenting mode. I
say-
know how we
I-
just
I
ranted
know.
about
I
kids for
have-
like
okay, we're gonna
mad long.
let me
Right?
go to
Pick. Don't be scared.
I'm about to say,
I'm
let's really talk about it.
scared.
She making me nervous with these hums. Like a doctor, like checking your like
Stop it.
Boy.
STDs or something. Like,
Let me go over your test real quick.
right?
That doesn't look too well. Let's check this then.
How do you know it's over in a relationship? Any type of relationship, friendship, or like?
I'm gonna
significant
start.
other?
I already called dibs. So the
Already
one
called.
way I knew my last relationship was over was when we laid next to each other and didn't hold each other when we went to sleep.
Oh, that's so R&B.
Yeah, that
Exactly.
really
But not for nothing. That's when I knew.
We're not
Because
making love no more.
We're not even trying to.
care. Like, yeah, that was how you was going.
Hello.
Dang.
Like when I tell you, like we went from holding each other every single night and not missing a beat, like even turning over and being like, "Hey, let me," real quick,
Mhm.
to
Just
being
going to
back
sleep
to
mad.
back and going to sleep just because. Like not even being mad at each other. Like we would sit there and just have sex and still turn over and go to sleep without holding each other. Like that's how I knew. Yo, she's
like heartless.
Dang.
No, but that's how I knew it was over when we were just having sex to have sex, and then you turn over and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna go to sleep now, and it's just like, oh,
You know how I
Okay.
know it's over?
Mm.
This gonna be so. This gonna
she
be.
said toxic.
This gonna be so Aries of me
Oh Lord,
Go ahead, let it loose.
when I'm bored.
she said she can't see
Yeah.
you.
When I'm bored. When I'm completely bored.
I don't
'Cause
understand.
you know what?
Can we not pay attention to
I
Sharon real
will
quick
be-
because she does need glasses. I love you, mom.
Yeah,
But go
I'm in the
ahead.
clear.
I will be honest. I get bored very fast. But I
Mm.
mean, if I'm consistently bored, like if I'm not prioritizing you because I'm a busybody, I try to keep myself busy.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I keep myself stable, I guess I want to say.
Mhm.
So like if I'm a busybody and I'm not making time for you, that's telling me like you're not a priority. It's
Oh no,
over.
that's a
It's
definite
clipped.
fact.
So like if I'm not trying to make you a part, like if I'm not trying to spend time with you, like I'm always busy. I'm always doing shit. I'm always signing myself up for something. I'm always but if I'm not prioritizing time with you, it's over. It's clipped.
For me, I follow consistency. For me, it's like you have to engage with me to get me emotionally invested. And once,
Consistency. Ain't nobody consistent
Once,
anymore.
once,
Let's not
once,
even go there.
once I'm
Nobody's ready
emotionally
for that conversation.
consistent, and that's with friends too. And anything like even with y'all, how we met, I really wasn't giving nobody play. I knew T for a long time, but even then we were like acquaintances because we haven't seen each other in a while. I
Mhm.
don't play into things unless that's what you are giving me.
Yeah.
And if you
Exactly.
give me that, I will invest like, okay, this person's trying, but it definitely has to be of my interest. Not everybody gets that access. Like, I
Mhm.
don't know how that happens. I just feel that like, yeah, we're not gonna vibe. But for me, I take everybody as an acquaintance until I see something serious. And if you give me what you give me and then you start falling off, I am a person that time will fill in the gaps. And once that time and those gaps get wider, you become unfamiliar to me. So then I won't spend as much time on you. Then I won't spend or call, and then I won't do as many things because I'm already fond of the space. I'm familiar with the space now. So what do I need you for? I've turned it off now. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I don't know, like maybe that's cold-hearted or no, maybe
It's not
that's
cold-hearted, you're a
self-preservation.
guy.
Yeah, maybe that's self-preservation. If you don't have the time,
that's the man in
cool.
you.
I
You
ain't
know
gonna
that,
have
right?
the time. Yeah.
Because
So,
even a very female trait is we can find a way to fill the time, but it's very easy for you to pop back in.
yeah, I'm not doing all that.
That's not the
Because
reason.
if it was like
No,
and
a lot of
no, don't get
females
me
do that,
wrong.
though.
Don't get me wrong. Like
Depending
there's
on the
been instances,
person.
you know what's attractive? You know what's very attractive to me is when somebody's not, there's a difference between not being involved and being like having something for yourself and then come revisiting like that. Like, yo, what you doing? You had a busy day, You know what I'm saying? Like I have friends that we haven't talked for years and then we talk on the phone like nothing even happened.
Yeah.
Those are really
shout
dope.
outs to those people.
Yeah, those are really dope. I hate what turns me off is clinginess, a codependency.
You
of
haven't
some
talked to
sort.
me in like a month or so. It's like I have a
month or
life,
so.
and I
Why
know
are you
do.
counting? Like, how about you ask me what's been going on between that time and that maybe you'll get those answers. But like those things, like a codependency of like emotionally feeding you is like, okay, stop. You know, and for me, I'm like that too. I get bored. I can get bored. So when I have time and I notice that you're
Or
letting
too
time
much,
slip,
too overstimulated with the same type of
right,
energy.
yeah,
It's like sometimes you need to take a break and like
yeah,
I need a
revisit
breather.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if
If
your spouse don't have a
back
hobby,
for 2.5,
right? Don't be all up under my ass. You ain't got no hobbies. I like that. Keep it refreshing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'll get bored from like the overstimulation of just having you around. Like I want
TMI, but one
distance.
thing I like about my new relationship is my sex life. And why I say that is because we always try something new every time.
Her ass. That's
We
really
always
good though.
No,
that's really dope.
We really spice it up a lot of the times, and like she tries to do certain things to like catch my attention, and I do certain things to, you know, make her feel a type of way, or like it just we do different things all the time. It's not a repetitive thing, and this was another reason why I knew my last relationship was ending.
Oh Lord,
we had sex the same way
Cookie cutter
every time.
Yeah,
cookie cutter
every single time.
Generic.
I laid down, she laid down, she leaned over.
That's
a routine, a
It's-
dance.
It was
Routine,
a
yep.
continuous
Predictable.
routine the whole time. I knew that this was about to happen at this point.
When it starts feeling
this
like
was
a
about to-
chore.
Oh my God.
When it starts feeling like a chore.
Hey, keep it a little unpredictable. Everybody like a little chase here and
That
there.
and
A little
not for
tiny
nothing,
chase
baby. Yeah.
with some confirmation.
What is that? What is that line that Megan says? Switch and wake up, make it feel like you're cheating or something like that.
What is it?
What is
Switch
it?
my wig. Dang.
Switch and wake up, make it
cheating.
feel like you're cheating or something like that.
Yeah.
And she really does. And not for nothing. I don't know why, but I really get a different
Oh,
personality
she said,
every
switch my
time
weed, make you feel like you cheating.
she has box braids now, and trust and believe when I go home, like it's gonna
She's
be a
pulling them.
whole
I'm
huh.
fucking
Like,
weak.
it's about to be horses
Nah,
on the rain real quick.
me and Kay has
Horses on the
me and Kay have had this. Me and Kay have had this conversation, and I know Tisha definitely made a comment about it a while back. But like, it's something about the hair. Like when I dye my hair certain colors,
Yeah,
they laughing already.
Yeah,
you know, I'll be like, yo, I be feeling bold. Like, whoa, what the hell?
What's the blue feeling today? What's the blue?
No,
what was the blue
is always
feeling?
bold.
I'm about to say, wait,
Uh-huh.
not for nothing. Blue's been around for a minute now. I'm kind of
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What is it? What is it?
Well,
Oh.
okay, I'm trying to keep my hair healthy. Okay?
Exactly, respectfully. But then this is what we expect of you. So at
I
the
She's
end of
gotten
the
better
day,
with the dye. It does look healthy. It's long and healthy.
I got my fucking
Exactly.
She's
curlies
good.
back.
Remember her
the
short red
natural.
hair phase and bootlegs? That was damaged.
My
It was
fucking orange
damaged.
hair.
Yeah, it was real.
But not for
damaged.
nothing. She was
It's
kind of
short.
switching her color like
Constant.
Every week.
Yeah, she was
Every
switching
Every
at
other
that
week, I
point.
had a new hair color.
It went from every month to every week very quickly.
She was like, I don't know. I just wanted to change.
And then at one point, she had like 3 colors at once because of how she tried to dye it.
And then she came in the kitchen. She was like, I fucked up.
Like I was already in the kitchen talking to Kay, and she walked in and was just like, I fucked up. And we both looked at it, was like, oh.
I learned my lesson, okay?
No, but it's
cool. But I mean, everybody has their different levels of tolerance of what interests them. Like for some people, they do like cookie cutter. Other people, they love consistency.
Nobody likes cookie cutter.
You know what
Not
that
all
is
the
true. I'll
time.
take that back. People like consistency, but at some interest, you got to spark an interest. But like, I don't know, man.
Really?
Even you know what, growing older. Can we talk about growing older and keeping relationships thriving? Like it's not as
First
easy
of
when we were
all,
younger.
shout
because it was
outs
so
to the
convenient.
couple that I saw, and this is another TikTok thing. Yo, TikTok is really big right now. Anyway, shout outs to the couple I saw still taking a shower together. Homeboy still
Let's talk
washed
about
her hair.
that.
She helped him wash his dreads. They sat there and dried off together and decided to air
That's
dry
that
together
soul
in
ties
the
type
beautiful
of relationship. That's the type of shit I be
sunlight.
talking about.
And when I tell you, I aspire to keep what I have going towards something like that. Like I've not for nothing, regardless of what everybody thinks, I've always been the type of person that I wanted to settle down. Like I've wanted to have the family. I wanted to
You
do
give
the
those
whole.
vibes though. You love love. That's but people who love
But
love
I also love
instantly
being
get,
a hoe, and that's
See,
the bad
I
part.
was just about to say that. People who love have the double entendre about being a hoe because they just love love.
Exactly.
It's not the person that they with. It's the
It's
the
feeling
possibility of
it.
like this could be more. And if it's not, it's cool because I got somebody else I can fall in love with. Like I love love. I'm not like that. For me, it's Fort Knox in this bitch. Like
You're
me,
more like Victoria. Victoria's like that.
it got to be some type of stimulation. like some
KB 1 foot out the door. Like, give me
intellectual
a reason to get the
Yo,
other one out.
I think that's
Right.
trauma.
That's how. That's
probably some trauma. Like
That's how
because it's like,
Victoria is.
I don't like show me something different. Like show me some kind of like intellect. Show me some intent behind what you talk about. Because I feel like a lot of times people just be reading scripts because they think that's how it's supposed to go.
Can I tell you
Like
something?
if I slide into DMs, you're supposed to react. It's like that's not how everything goes though. It's not your
Exactly.
variable. It's not. That's not like what you get this from a script. Like I ain't no basic nigga. Like the fuck is you talking about? You gotta work.
That's
for
how I
this. You
feel, too.
gotta,
Hello, good
can we
morning.
sit down and like talk about some shit? Like I like people who mentally spar with me. If you
Mhm.
could
Yeah.
put something on my brain and have me thinking about you, I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, you little smart ass bitch. Let me call her back and say and another motherfucking thing. I just researched what you said. God damn it.
Exactly.
I'm coming over so we can have a discussion. That is attractive
Exactly.
to me. If you say something that gets me out of the narrative and we could really go in depth about shit, that is the most attractive thing because that's not
Yeah,
not
let
no,
me
that's
pick-
not the
let me
norm
pick
no
your
more.
brain.
Yes, like that video of like the old people showering and doing the hair and shit. That's very
That's
true, but like
that was
intimacy
so
at its
aesthetic.
finest.
but that's
Like,
something that you work
so
towards though.
aspiring.
That's not something that's given. Everybody like
Yeah.
goals, but it's like, okay, but mama, you don't even have great communication skills to even get in no shower with
Hello,
somebody.
good morning. Let's talk
Y'all
about
don't even
it.
have that type of trust and intimacy.
Let's talk
So
about
Yo,
it.
like-
can we talk about how? Because you just brought up something that fucking kills me, and I'm gonna be honest, I've dealt with it, so I know the fact that women will have the confidence to tear a nigga up in bed, but then will be insecure about their body.
Come on.
So you right now gonna you gonna take this nigga's soul and you won't take a shower with him because you're
Just so
insecure about
everybody
your
knows
body.
why I just did that. I'm gonna
I
sit
just
back
attacked
and let them
myself.
have
Thank
this
you.
conversation.
Thank
but
you.
you see,
But-
but that shows you the disconnect between
The
sex and
disconnect.
intimacy.
Yes.
Because people are too scared to be vulnerable and intimate with somebody
It's
and really
like
say,
you could tear
right.
them ass cheeks up, but don't be rubbing my rolls.
Give me
after
the
trying to
give
spoon
me
with
the
me.
look.
That's a fact, Teddy.
Oh,
That's a
boom.
fact,
You know what
Teddy.
it's like?
Communication
It's
is
like-
definitely key.
It's like give me the distraction, but don't look at the details. I want you to sign the script, write your name on it, but I don't want you to read the script. Read
Yo,
the fine
facts.
print.
Foreplay is mental. Foreplay should always be mental. You should already be
You
fucking
gotta
a person
sexually
before you
spar with a
fucking take the clothes
motherfucker.
off.
I want to be
Or
able
touch
to.
them.
I want to be able to eye play with you across the room,
That's what I'm saying.
and nobody knows
I'm
what the fuck
sorry.
I'm
I
looking
should
at.
be able
That
to look
shit is
at you
sexy.
from
That shit
across
be
the room
fire.
That shit
and
is
let
fire.
you know that I'm about to tear that ass up when I get in the
A
house.
little nudge under the seat,
And
under the table.
No,
fire.
no, I don't give a
No,
fuck
no,
about the
not no
touching.
touch.
I'm talking
No,
about
No,
I
but
should be
sometimes
able to
that
be at a
good though,
party.
too.
No, I should be able to be at a party. You know what? Let's make it even more formal. I should be able to be at a wedding, sitting there while the mother is giving the speech of what the fuck ever she's talking about, and I look at you from across the table,
Talk about it.
and I want you to know that I'm
going
about to
down.
tear that ass up
Look,
when
look,
I
look,
get in the
T,
house.
T,
And
T,
all I
T,
want
T.
is that look back
T, look,
that
look.
you acknowledge.
Look, blink, motherfucking blink.
Hello.
You see me
Blink
looking
twice
at you,
if you
looking at
want
me,
the D
looking
when
at
we
us.
get in the house. Like,
Yo,
hello.
wait,
Like-
wait. I gotta read this shit. pussy confidence outweighs self-confidence.
Woo! Because you know why?
Talk
Women
about
sell
it.
themselves short because they cater to what men want and not what they want out
Talk
of
about
men.
it.
So they think that's what they got to adhere to, whatever the reason of social media is.
Get on him.
It got crazy.
Okay, real deep,
Yo, we're
like-
sorry. Our producer is in the room, kind of good. Leave me alone.
She said, you know what time it is. Blink, blink.
Amber Gray on Facebook if you want to find her.
Wait, what was the question? What was the question?
No. He
Oh,
said-
they said, oh yeah, the
that
pussy.
pussy confidence outweighs self-confidence with certain.
You know what? Because I don't think, and you
Oh
know what
my
I
God.
hate too? I hate conversations when I hear women. This kills me so bad.
I'm gonna say
Women
yeah,
be
I gotta say
like,
something about that.
I'm scared to tell men how I want it. What the fuck you mean?
Oh no.
I've heard that so
No.
much.
First of all, let me
No.
tell y'all
Like,
something.
I'm
One thing I
I'm
let any
uncomfortable to
female
tell them
know-
how I want it.
One thing I let any female know when we get to that point of sexual conversation, tell me what the fuck you want.
What are you
I
And
just
why
want
I
to
say
wait
tell me?
before
And why I
we
say tell me what the fuck you want when
before
I mean
we
tell-
veer off though. I just want to say this because
Yes,
I
go
don't
ahead.
want
I'm
to
sorry.
I don't want to forget the topic.
I apologize.
He said pussy confidence outweighs self-confidence with certain folk. I can tell you that's a problem that I've dealt with. I want to say that the issue is a man, and this is so terrible to say because I feel like I'm attacking myself.
Keep it real and we
Mhm.
can
But
break
like
it down
yeah.
from there.
I feel like a man will be okay with sleeping with me,
Mm.
but wouldn't be okay with having me as a girlfriend or being open in public with me, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Now,
I felt
can I
that
answer?
before.
Can I answer why?
So
Can I
yes,
answer why?
I will be confident in because I know that I'm gonna please you sexually,
Can I answer
but
why?
I don't know if the way that I look or the way that I present myself, I'm confident in you liking that and being okay with that, if that makes sense.
Can I? Okay.
Mm.
Now, at the end of the day, and I've dealt with that several times in several
Yeah.
different females. At the end of the day, you have to look at it as if you're presenting yourself to me as I know I'm going to please you the right way
Mhm.
instead of I know I'm going to treat you the right way.
Mm.
I'm going to treat you accordingly. So if you feel like,
That's
oh,
exactly
I'm
how
going
we
to
men think
please you
too.
the right way, then by all
I only
means,
take what you give me.
I'm going to
Yeah.
take what you
And if
give
you're
me.
giving me that
So if you're
availability,
giving
that
me
access,
sexual, if
I'm
you're
not
giving
thinking
me
of a
sexual
perspective like, oh,
energy,
maybe she's
I'm
damaged
not
or
going
maybe she's
past
insecure.
that.
No, I'm getting what you're giving.
If-
But it like if women just stand their ground
Yeah.
and really own up, because I will keep it real, women be hypocritical. They say they want women empowerment, but behind them closed doors they giving it up wild and free and be like, damn, why did I do that again? If y'all just stand your ground, it's a discipline when it comes to self-love
Some women
sometimes too.
need assertion.
Yes,
and
stand your
dominance,
ground.
But that's based on intimacy, energy exchange, and confidence, reciprocation.
And that
between
goes back-
couples.
That goes back to what I said. If you're giving me sexual energy every time I see you, then I'm gonna only give you sexual energy when I see you.
You'll attract what
If
you
you're
give
giving
out.
me-
I get that.
If you're giving me the energy that this is gonna go somewhere further and this is gonna take somewhere off, I'm gonna give you the same energy back. So at the end of the day, yes, pussy confidence is definitely better than self-confidence to certain people. But I feel like if you can sit here and you can tell me about how you gonna make me breakfast in the morning compared to how you gonna treat me when we get in the house, trust and believe. I'm sorry, but if I have
You said
let me put
something
it
that hit me.
let me put it this way. If I have a conversation with a girl at a bar and she's talking about what we about to eat in the morning compared to having a conversation with a different girl at a different end of the bar and she's telling me what we about to do at the end of the night, I'm going to make sure I try to take that girl who's going to make me breakfast in the morning home. And
Of
why I say that
course.
is because at the end of the day, I know your sex game is already crazy because you're not talking about it. That's
no,
one.
I
You're
I
not
get what
talking
you're
about it.
saying.
What you're talking about is what's going to happen after sex. You're talking about, oh yeah, because in the morning I can do this and I can make that and we can do this and we could try that. You're already surpassed where my head was already at. So by all means, I'm gonna give you more attention than the girl who was already where I'm at already. Because if that's where your mind stops, then
She's a little
there's
bit more
nothing else.
emotionally invested.
Exactly.
She's like
you're more
foresighting
emotionally
shit.
invested on going forward with this and going towards what's going on instead of that
See,
girl
but
who's
that's-
like, "Hey, I just want the
That's
nut
the
for the
problem,
night."
though. That's the problem, though, because there's a lot of women that will be the breakfast person until they're tired of being the breakfast person that gives the man breakfast and the guy boasts about it and it's it. Oh, I wasn't trying to stay for breakfast, but you offered it to me. You're giving something to someone who doesn't necessarily deserve it
So now you
because
have to
all they
sit there
did
and
was
but that
rock your world.
So okay, but
if that or
question. Here's a
not.
question though. Here's something. And you got me with that, like pussy power, something like that. You said I feel like there's a lot of pussy confidence, but there's not enough self-confidence.
yes.
And I feel like how social media and how just media period, but even before social media has been pushing it, a woman is worth only what she can give, her pussy or her attraction or something that alludes to that. I feel like that women need to be more in the forefront of that conversation of what really they want, because you can get what you want if you emulate that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And this
you have to
brings it
get
back
into
to
the
the
practice.
TikTok.
It's
You
not
gotta get to
just
the
sit and
practice
wants to
it's
of that.
yeah, it's
women
not
are
just
only made for one thing, and not for nothing. He's only put in that mind state because of all the women around him.
look, it's
All
not
of the
just
women
that
who
you
have
what
been
he's
around
saying
him that he
on social
has
media.
exactly.
it's not just that you attract what you project, but you accept what you feel you're worth.
Exactly.
If you never
Mhm.
been loved or had intimacy, then you don't know
Mhm.
how to build or sustain it.
That's where I was
That's
going
true.
with that.
That's true.
There's not
But
enough.
how can you
There's a
build and
lot of
sustain
pussy
anything
confidence.
you've never felt?
But listen, that's why I said there's a lot of pussy confidence and not self-confidence, because it's not being taught. Social media and all these media outlets and what we've
Social
seen
media is
of
teaching girls
unhealthy-
as kids that
even
all
our
you have,
parents-
all your worth is your
even,
pussy.
even our cousins, our parents, or whatever, how they talk about relationship is.
But I think
Yeah, I
that's
rock that
I
bitch
hate that
world
shit
type
though.
shit.
I hate the question, like, what do you bring to the table? It's a loaded question. There's no way I'm gonna answer that correctly for people, because everybody's everybody puts a different worth of value to what I have to offer.
I don't give a
What
fuck
one
what you
man-
bring to the table.
No, but
as
that's what I'm
long as
saying.
going
So I feel-
forward, you bring something to the chart.
No, but you have to care, because this is why I say this. You have to
Mhm.
care
What?
because
You don't.
everything we might not value things the same, but we do have value for things. For
Mhm.
example,
On some type
people,
of scale.
yes.
Right.
So for some people, maybe their value for sex is more than cooking or cleaning, or you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody's value is different. Some people will value a woman that's a homemaker more than a woman that is very independent and is about her money. She might be more business savvy. She might be like, the money I make, I could pay for that shit. A man might not necessarily value that. Maybe he wants somebody that's going to make a home. Maybe he wants somebody that can do both. There's different things. There's different values according to how you everybody
I feel
values
like
things differently.
They're being marginalized
That's why-
into one group, and people
and that's
don't
what I'm
have a
saying.
representation.
People sit here
and
and
I
they
don't know who
reading
this
a
Facebook
script.
user is, but hola.
They're reading the
hola.
script. This is why I be saying, come to me with something new, because
Yes.
I believe that a lot of people are just reading scripts and
There's
they think
no
this
wrong
is how it's
answer
supposed
to that.
go.
That's why I said it's a loaded question. There's no
Mhm.
wrong answer. It could be the wrong answer for someone, but it might not be the wrong answer in general. It just might be the wrong answer for somebody else. Somebody might want that wifey type to come to take care of the kids, to do all this. Somebody might want that business go-getter. You know what? I'm a go-getter. You're a go-getter. We'll figure out the rest later on. Or somebody, everybody values different things when it comes to that.
But everybody has to be honest about what they want,
it. And that's
because
what
a
I'm
lot
saying.
of people
Because everybody's sitting here, they want
cash in for what they can get.
For what they can
and
get.
you settle.
Yes.
Even men and
which
women,
is
like,
why I don't agree with your
and then wonder why
your breakfast thing. Like, I get it,
go the way they
because
are.
I know your intentions. Your intentions are, I want you to make me breakfast. I want to talk. I don't want to just fuck and then it's awkward and you're gonna nod out, or you're gonna you want to have that. You want to create that intimacy. There's intimacy about me cooking you breakfast and us sitting there starting the day together. That's
But a lot of
intimacy.
people give intimacy
Naked in the
without
morning.
intent, and that is
Intent, and
annoying.
that's the problem.
Nobody's moving with intent. If you want what you want, If you want sex and you want breakfast afterwards and that's it, say that. And if you really find this person attractive and you want to know if they're ready for a relationship, say that. Don't sit up here and settle for, oh, this is my chance to get into bed with him. Yeah,
And
I'll take
that's a
that moment
perfect-
and you fuck up your moment
and
for
it's not
that.
even, wait,
Perfect.
and it's not even
Sometimes.
that, because you don't even have to.
It could go differently
Yeah,
too.
you don't even have to just put your intentions out there.
Right.
Like, for example, if I meet someone and it seems like it's a, like, you know, let's say there's a lot of people that just want the sneaky link, but now you don't take me out on dates.
Yeah.
Don't. Why are we having conversations about
like
this?
that.
Why
I'm
are
so
we doing this?
cold-hearted
Can we,
like that.
Real
Like,
quick,
that's not in the contract. What you doing? What you doing?
about
What
to
you
say,
doing?
saying.
Let's
Let's
segue
talk
off into
about
that.
it. Let's
Because
talk about
at the
what
end
you
of the
wanna
day, I
do.
just had an issue like that, literally not even that long ago. And I just want to say, if you're supposed to be a sneaky link, and I'm very upfront with you on what a sneaky link to me is supposed to be, and you overpass that, why are you mad at me for stopping everything?
Hello. Why are you mad at me? This is why open discussions. How about people start with the conversation is, what's a sneaky link to you? What are your boundaries of sneaky
And
links?
this is one thing I ask everybody.
What are your boundaries of sneaky links?
This is
what's
one
that
thing I
about?
ask people in general. What's your definition of what I call this?
Yes. Oh, she want to join. Come in.
Oh,
Yes,
that one is
let's
good.
go.
Yeah.
Let's go. First
She
of
said,
all,
hold up, hold up.
shout out.
Turn me up. Turn my mic.
Hold
She
on.
said, hold up, hold up.
She said,
hold
all
up,
I need is
hold
one
up.
mic. All I need is one mic.
Oh my goodness.
T done left the room.
Hello, 'cause I'm about to adjust the camera.
What mic is that? That's 6?
Let me know when I'm ready.
You're good.
5.
A little bit too. A little bit.
I think
Show
it's
her a
6.
little bit more. Perfect.
There we go. There we go. There we
Mhm.
go.
Good to go. All right, let's go. Cause
Sound check. Say something. Oh, okay, she's good.
I
She's good.
got no. Mm-mm. Can
No,
you hear me?
no, she's
no, sir.
Talk to us. What's up? What's up? What's going on?
Introduce yourself.
First of all, please introduce yourself. Let these people know who you are.
Hi guys. This mic is.
Why is it so low? No, it's 6.
It is 6.
Just got to put
Okay.
it all the way up.
Can you hear me? There we
Yeah,
go.
there we go, there we
we
go.
here.
Hi guys. I'm Destiny. Manager.
She
Joe's
want-
little sister.
She
What it is, boo?
wanted to put her 2 cents in on
Let's
this,
go.
this topic.
So I heard you guys talking about sneaky links.
Mhm.
Yes.
So you guys know I'm a teenage, well, a pre-adult.
Okay.
21.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
so
great.
Listen,
That- you
first of all,
know,
shout
you're
out
in the
to
room.
you.
You don't
You
go
right
to the
there.
table. You here? Yeah.
Exactly. You can't sit at the kids' table at Thanksgiving this time. Let's go.
Nah, not anymore. Sneaky links.
What is a sneaky link to you? What is your definition?
Let's start off with that.
What are your expectations and your
Hit and quit. Hit and kick. A hit and quit. So basically, link up, fuck, leave.
Oh, she on stealth
Nothing
mode.
else.
Stealth mode. Real stealth.
She said,
Nothing
"I don't want to
else.
see you after
Real Call of Duty.
nothing
like.
else?
Listen,
Come
don't talk
through,
to me outside.
Get your nut. Go about your business."
Yep.
Right.
Don't see me
Incognito.
outside. Don't come talk
Don't
to
start
me
saying
after.
hello.
I don't know you. I'm with.
Don't start saying hello to me.
No.
That's not what
when
it
you
was.
see me in the mall, just look the other way. 'Cause damn well.
And you
I'm
know
looking-
what? That's what make it even more sexy. That it's a sneaky link. That's what it is. Like if that's the consent of the sneaky link, oh, it's mystery. And then when you link up, it's like I saw you. You saw you try to peek at me in the mall. I seen that shit.
Looking
I
mad
seen
cute
that.
on the corner.
Right.
Oh, you was watching.
I don't know. Maybe I got my definitions mixed up.
no,
Maybe
but
I'm confused
no.
with.
No,
But
See,
I'ma
it's
say this.
everybody's
Hold on,
different
hold on.
though.
I want to hear what
I
your
wanna say that
I want to hear
you-
what your definition of a sneaky link is.
no. I don't even wanna go
Don't
there.
even try to avoid it.
I don't
What's
even
your
wanna go
definition of a
there,
sneaky link?
Because I kind of like maybe I have it reversed other than to other people, like because I feel like there's a difference between like a fuck buddy and a sneaky link. But
Okay, fuck
I
buddy
think
and
I got a little. I think I got a little mix.
That's the same
I think
shit.
no, it's
No,
not
no,
the
no,
same
no,
shit.
no, no.
You know what? It's
It's
not.
not the
I'm
same
wrong.
shit.
No.
Fuck
Hold
buddy
on.
is a buddy.
Yeah,
That's
Hold
a
on.
friend.
Yeah,
Hold
that's
on.
a friend
Let's
with
really-
So I
benefits.
think-
Let's really talk
Yeah.
about
I
the
think
moment.
I
Yeah.
think
Yes.
that's where I kind of I
Yup,
think that's
that's
where
where.
my brain just fucks it up. Because
Yeah.
I feel like when it comes to like a sneaky link, like I don't know.
Okay.
A sneaky
no,
link to
but-
me, a sneaky link to me is somebody that I am only gonna hit up for sex, but it's like it's almost like I don't know, like maybe a forbidden, like we'll see each other out, but you flirt and shit. No.
You don't flirt at all.
You can say hi.
No, you don't even
and
do that.
bye.
No, you say hi.
You don't
No.
do
You're gonna make it
that.
obvious because
No.
You don't have to make it obvious.
No.
You can say hi.
This is the rule to sneaky links.
No.
Oh,
Don't
I'm glad
break
I don't
the
do this.
pattern that was already set before.
First
if you
of
was a
all-
stranger and hit me up in the DMs, in public you're still that stranger.
Thank
and in the
you.
bedroom is sneaky link.
Thank
Keep it
you.
incognito. But a fuck buddy is
Now
hey,
we
we
chilling.
already friends. They don't need to necessarily know. But when we fuck, hey, we gonna spend a little times and talk about, do you ever stare at the stars or some shit? I don't know what the fuck we gonna talk about.
Yo,
we gonna watch a
watching-
movie.
We
We gonna
watching
chill.
Netflix.
But
Yo,
even that's tricky. That's
listen,
dangerous because
No.
you can start catching a little
listen.
feel.
Here's-
That's why
here's-
you limit.
Here's my definition,
That's
right?
true.
Y'all can
First
sit there and
of
talk
all,
about sexcapades with other
If
people.
I have a fuck
That's
y'all
buddy,
true.
on
That's
that
what you
level.
must do. I think.
If I have a fuck buddy,
situation.
to me, a fuck buddy is technically a friend with benefits.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
that's what it is.
But
yeah.
wait,
Yes.
no, because there is a difference between a friend with benefits and a
a
fuck buddy. Because at the end of the day, if
Too
you
many
have a
fucking
friend
terminologies.
that
Yeah.
turns into a beneficial friend, then you both have to understand and realize that at the end of the day, your friendship comes before whatever the fuck
Do
happens.
you think a fuck buddy has potential to become the friends with benefits?
A fuck buddy definitely does have a potential to
Okay.
become
I
friends
want to
with
make sure I
benefits.
ain't fucked up. in
But
the
if you can't reach that friend point,
right,
then you're still that buddy.
right,
Okay.
okay.
Now,
Like,
when
we don't
I
got the same mutual friends. What you doing here?
Thank you. Now, if you're a sneaky link,
don't look at me. Don't talk to me.
we
don't
knew
breathe.
you was a sneaky link when we started.
Why are you trying to chill with
We
the fam now?
continued as a sneaky
Right.
link after the third time.
Why you saying hi to my
Please
friends?
do not walk up to me in
Why
public
you
and be
following
like,
my
"Hey,
friends?
how
No,
are you?"
Why you following
Because
my
at the
same
end of the
friends?
day, I feel like you walking up to me in public is overstepping your
Now you want to
boundary.
post and shit. Now you want to look. 3 days later, you in front of his mom house
Exactly.
crying, asking you why you being weird. Why you being weird to me? You said you wanted to get married. When I say that,
When you had the leg up, arm on neck, hand on frontal.
your frontal off, ma, chill out with all that energy. Fix your frontal. It ain't like that. It ain't all about that.
When you was whispering them sweet nothings in my ear, I want to get married.
I done got it started.
I
I'm
need you
sorry.
to take a life insurance out on me because
I'm moving
I've been
on.
running wild in these streets.
That's what I heard you say. Fuck-ass nigga.
Nah, no, they didn't. No, no, they did not just do
You
that.
surely did. Why you being weird to me?
Oh my God.
It's a sneaky link. 3 days later.
First of all-
you following all the friends on
And
the
that's
Facebook
not even a
and shit.
sneaky link anymore. And people have to understand once you start to treat your sneaky link
Breaking
like a buddy,
protocol.
once you start to treat your sneaky link like a buddy, you cannot be mad at your sneaky link feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
You really
Yeah,
can't.
you
And that's one
kinda
thing I hate that
can.
people do. People will sit there and treat you like you're their fucking friend with benefits. And I know I'm a sneaky link because don't nobody know we fucking besides
I'ma
us.
say this, I'ma
So
say
why
this.
in the world are you sitting here introducing
know
me
why?
to everybody? But I know I'm not about to be the that's the person I'm fucking.
People don't understand there's an etiquette to everything.
Hello.
There's an etiquette in in gang behavior. There's an etiquette to school,
Wait,
college.
so
There's an etiquette to everything.
I need to ask y'all a question.
What's
Uh-huh.
up? Talk
need
about
to
it.
ask y'all a
Talk about it. Let's
People
go.
be breaking etiquette.
All right, because I had this discussion. With one of my friends.
Uh-huh.
She was telling me about her situation. She just started like talking to people again.
Mm-hmm.
She had like a long-term relationship nightmare. So she's finally starting to talk to people.
Uh-huh.
And the guy that she is, I don't want to say sneaky linking because it ain't the definition y'all saying, but the person that she's messing around with, they spend time together. They haven't established what they're doing.
Oh, it's murky waters.
But yeah, it is murky
Once
waters.
you
But
get
wait,
to
wait,
that
wait,
point,
wait.
it's
let her
not
finish,
as
let her
sneaky.
finish. Hold up, hold
Go
up.
ahead.
They talk to each other from here and there. They hang out because you made that way too fucking unbearably strong. And baby, I lost some weight. I was sick. I had to I know myself. I ain't do shit. Like I ain't got the like
Wait,
that
so
I
go
used to.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, but yeah. So she was talking to somebody that she was confused, and I was confused too because they seem like they like each other. They haven't established anything. They're fucking. The sex is on point, but he's kind of inconsistent with the way Like she kind of feels like she's chasing him, and then when she doesn't talk to him, he'll just like pop out of nowhere.
Go ahead.
Let's go, D.
You know what I
I'm the
mean?
youngest.
Let's go. Talk about
And
it.
I told her, I said, I don't know what to tell you with that because that's a hard thing because he's a very busy person. So I understand. Like I understand both sides.
I'm gonna let the baby go first before I say what I gotta say. What's
Okay.
up?
So this is gonna shock you because I'm very mature in my head.
Okay.
One, that's a negative sign. She should not be there.
No,
Red
of
sign.
course. I did.
Red,
definitely-
that's a red
Respectfully.
flag. That's one.
Respectfully.
Two, if he really was into this relationship and he really wanted to be with your friend, he would show effort. That's
Yeah.
another. Three, now this is gonna shock you a lot. You ever heard that post say you try to do too much in a relationship? Like the girl tries to show that she wants you, but the guy is not taking the attention. But the minute the girl is ready to leave, he's ready to show all
No,
the
of course.
attention.
Yeah.
She should not be with somebody like that. That she has to put all her worth to him, and she's not getting it back. If he can't respect,
I feel like, and then I'm gonna throw this out here though. She definitely doesn't give him the energy that he gives her.
But what
when
was
he
the
does?
what
When he
was the
does.
establishment in the first place with him? What was the what was the basis? It was a fuck
he-
buddy
No, he kind of just
or
like
sneaky link. What kind of thing are we
they
talking
didn't
about here?
establish that. That's what I'm trying to tell
And
you.
that's why
They
it's
just started
nasty.
chilling, and they just started vibing, and then they
Don't
ended
make
up
the man.
It's
Can I
toxic.
represent
I
for the
can
brothers
already
real quick? Can
say
I represent
it's
for the
toxic.
brothers? He's not a villain if there was nothing established.
He
He's
is.
still in gray area with you, and his behaviors are in
Yeah.
gray area because you haven't established
told her, I
anything.
said,
First of
within
all, the
either.
one
And I
thing I
kinda
want
What
to
feel-
is he supposed?
No,
and one
stop.
thing. Wait, hold on. Some men are not going to so like we said, men will only take what you give. So if you giving me access, I'm gonna take it as that's it, access. But if you don't be like, hey, this access is comes with intent, then I'm gonna be out here clueless.
So let me
She
ask
not
you this
intentful
question.
with. She not intent.
Wait,
with
let
her
me ask
thing.
you
but
this
she's
question.
not consistent either.
Boom.
But let me
That's
ask you
what I
this
tried to
question.
tell
You
her.
just
Wait.
said something that kind of made me feel. Why do we always have to give you the terms? Why
Let's
can't
talk about
you
it.
give us the terms?
Let's talk about it.
I don't like that
That's
either.
a good. Okay.
Let's talk
That's
about
a
it.
good thing. Okay. Cool. That's a good ass question.
That
Why?
is.
I think people just should not. It shouldn't be a double. It shouldn't be.
It is a
Y'all make
bad.
us choose.
It's a double
to
standard.
eat,
It's
y'all
a
make us
completely
choose to
it's a
sex.
complete double
Yo.
Y'all get
standard.
to. We have to choose where we go. We have to choose. It's all on us.
Nobody takes a like
So
the
here's-
assertiveness. Like
Here's one.
yo, I need
Everybody's
that
scared to be real with their
assertiveness.
feelings because it seems like
be
that. It
like-
kind of seems like he knows that it could be getting close. And you know what? Some people could be holding
Like, and I
hoarding
also
emotions
told her-
just
no,
so they don't
I also told her.
expose themselves
No,
either
I-
because nobody want to be vulnerable.
I
in
also
front of you and
told
say
her.
no.
I also told her you have to remember, you made this man fully aware of your situation. He might be catching himself falling fast,
That's what I'm saying.
but he knows
He
that
knows
you
what
the
just got out of
situation is,
something.
and it's
No.
informal.
Yes, so he
That's how
knows.
we be
No.
He
thinking.
probably knows because I feel like a lot of men do that shit.
I'ma
No.
just
Instead
take
Instead
the
of just being like,
exactly.
instead of just being like, yo,
I'ma just take the
No.
access and not and
no.
and not, and
I'm not even talking about the
do
access.
that.
I feel like a lot of men will be like, yo, this feel good. Now let me chill
No.
and
Yeah.
fall back. They
Yeah.
will fall back instead of just being like, listen, I'm really feeling you. What the fuck we doing here?
Because
No.
you
You
know
wait
why?
until the girl be like,
I'm gonna tell you
so
why.
what are we doing?
I'm gonna tell you why.
are we together? Are we just fucking? Are we doing
Because
this?
this is the thing with
Yeah.
men. We handle things and we think of things with logic. So we're not coming in through investing. We coming through is this is the rule book. This is what's offered. This is the access, and this how we playing it. Even if it's retarded, and if I know my emotions are getting too deep, I'm gonna go back to that manual and be like, nah, let me fall back. That's exactly what that is because we think of logic. When sometimes women be thinking of, I'm really fucking with him. I'm really feeling him. Oh, I know he's a fuck buddy, but I'm really comfortable. And y'all are more in tune with y'all emotions, and I give y'all credit for that. But
That
men
are,
are
yeah.
scared to be
I
like
can see
that.
that.
We will fall back just so
Okay.
because we don't want to be on Front Street and be like
Let me say
and
something.
get denied.
real
Like,
quick.
no, I don't want that relationship. And it's like,
Let me-
damn, I thought we was both there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now what that means to men is because men may not go back to that access if you deny them that part of them.
Not only
They may
Let
fall
me-
back
not only
completely.
that,
Wait.
men have egos. So
Wait.
like
That's what I'm saying. Our egos may be hurt
Wait.
where once you deny us and on that magnitude of our emotions, We're not coming back for you for no
They're
sneaky
like,
link.
oh, she think I'm
'Cause I done
thirsty
exposed-
now.
Right. I done
Let's really
expose
get into
myself
it,
that
though.
I'm thirsty. You understand
Let's
what I'm
really get
saying?
into it,
And I
though.
don't want to be denied that. I'd rather keep what we have. You know what I'm saying? Keep what's given, this access. And I don't want to go to you and say, look, I'm really feeling this, and you deny me, and I didn't open myself up, knowing that we already came into the situation where we weren't supposed to go there. But since I'm thinking that you feeling something, it's kind of mutual, and I'm thinking, and I already been in my head fighting personally when I'm going home. Nah, let me chill. But let me chill. Maybe we both feeling the same shit. Men and women go through the same thing emotionally, but how we process it, we're coming from a logical place. She said that she wants this, so I'm gonna follow what she wants.
Okay.
You understand? So that kind of answers your question of why
You
do
think
women
you
have
are.
to sometimes? Because women just are more in tune with their emotions. They're first to leap at things naturally like that.
Definitely not.
Sometimes some women are sometimes aggressive. Like, I don't know what you think this is. You're going to be up in my pussy and not going to get me nothing. Or you're not going to, you know what I'm saying? Not going to invest.
This
Okay,
goes
so like
all
that.
the way
Men
back to
fall back because
conditioning.
we guarded, scared. We be simple. We just
Boom,
want
that's what I'm
peace and a
saying.
vibe at first. We
Boom.
don't be deep into it.
I said,
But now let's sit here and go
Thank you, my
back to the
brother.
whole conditioning thing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
we need
all
to be more in
women-
tune with our emotions.
all women are conditioned to take care of men, and all men are conditioned to rule women. And I will not change what I just said.
Wait, can you repeat
All
that?
women
Repeat
are
that,
conditioned
repeat
to
that.
take
Oh,
care
shit,
of
she's
men,
starting
and
fires,
all
y'all.
men
Lord
are
Jesus is a
conditioned
fire.
to rule women. And that's how I see
Women
it.
are
And why
conditioned
I
to
see
take
it-
care of men, and no, women are conditioned to
Because
take
in
care of men, and men
today's
are conditioned
society,
to
because
rule women.
today's
Ooh,
And
okay.
today's society,
Okay.
at the end of the day, women are looked at like, oh, where you going? Come back for this conversation because I need you for this one. I'm gonna need you to sit right back
I
down
can-
in that
I
chair and
can-
put them headphones back on 2.5.
I can.
Okay.
Okay, to your
Uh,
statement.
I know.
To your statement,
Listen.
I can agree with that because
I don't
of
agree with
where.
it.
No,
And I'll
and
tell you
I'm
why.
gonna
Hold on.
I'm gonna
Wait.
explain.
Let me
Go ahead,
explain.
T. Go
Let me
ahead.
explain why I said it. At the end of the day, you look at every single woman on TV. What is she doing to her husband?
Well, now it's changing now, but old school shows.
I don't give a fuck
catering,
if it's changing or not.
catering to your
I
man.
have not
Let me
seen
cater
the
to
only
you.
thing
It's
the only thing I've seen
today.
change is that there's not a father on the show, or there's not a mother on the show. I haven't seen shit change.
Blackish, two career
Hold
people
on.
with a job.
Hold on.
Two career people
me
with a
know
job,
when
and she
I
comes
can
home and
go.
still takes care of the entire family. Does she not?
Oh goddamn!
Oh, okay.
It's my
Okay.
turn. It's my turn.
It's your turn.
Mm-mm.
Go ahead.
Nope.
Go ahead.
My turn. Oh, hurry
Because
up
I'm not
then.
even done.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
go
But at the
ahead.
end of the day, you have to sit here and look at it. Females are looked at like, okay, I'm gonna get into this relationship, and I gotta make sure he knows that I love him. And men are gonna get into a relationship like, I'm gonna get into this relationship and make sure she knows I can take care of her. Listen to what the fuck I just said.
Because my daddy did it. I seen it.
Women
That's
are
what's
going to get
required.
into a relationship and make sure that men know that they love them. Men are going to get into a relationship and let women know that they can take care of them. Why the fuck are we not able to switch that narrative and do both? The silence in the room says it all.
No,
At the end
no,
of the day,
I'm ready.
No,
I'm ready.
The silence in the room says it all. Because at the end of the day,
I know what I'm
at
about
the
to
end of
say.
the day, growing up, all you see is women taking care of men and men letting women know that they got them.
I'm gonna bring it to a.
And I keep saying things differently.
Let me
because
know when
it's
I'm-
never.
Let me know when I
my
can
boyfriend
chime
right
in.
now. He be
Let
like,
me
she
know.
be sending me
Let
money
me
every day.
know.
Yes,
Hold on.
yes,
Hold on,
there
when I
are a
can
couple.
chime in.
There are a couple people who have changed the narrative. There are a couple people who have changed the
Me right
stigma.
here.
But at the end of the day, you have three different types of females right now. You have the hoe, you have the friend, and you have the housewife.
Oh, I could.
The hoe is always passed around through the group. The friend is the one that you keep around and you can do whatever the fuck you want with her, and she's still gonna be there. The wife is the one who's not gonna take your bullshit.
Okay, I'm ready to talk now because
Go ahead.
I'm gonna just tell you this right now.
Go ahead.
Ain't nobody, no whole housewife or whatever. That's all about perspective, boo boo. I'm gonna say that
Okay.
right now because I could be a friend to somebody, I could be a hoe to somebody, and I could be a wife to somebody.
It's a perspective
So
on everything.
That's all perspective.
Okay.
No, there's no labels here. I can be who I am to somebody and be something else to somebody else. That's
Isn't there
all
a
about
TikTok
perspective.
Isn't there a TikTok that says at the end of the day, one person will tell you that I'm a loving,
Yes, of course.
loving,
Because everybody
warm-hearted
gets a
person, and
different
the other
version of
person
me.
will tell- exactly.
Yes. You get what you
So,
get what
You
deserve.
can be all three versions
Like
to
he
three
said,
different
no,
people.
of course. Like he had said, you get what you project or whatever. You know, you we gonna match energies here.
Okay.
But what
Mhm.
I'm gonna say is, I disagree with you because I get where your point is coming from because of how we grew up. Because of how we grew up.
Exactly.
That's condition.
Right.
But I can tell you right now, the society that we have right now is not based on how we grew up. A lot of freaking men right now don't know how to be a man because they weren't raised by a man because they didn't have a man in their house. They were raised by a woman that did everything for them. Therefore, in their eyes, in their head, they are conditioned to believe a woman takes care of the household. A woman can do everything by herself. Then you have women that are conditioned that I do everything for myself. Therefore, why do I need this man other than dick? This is toxic. I'm not saying that it's right, but this is how everybody's growing up. So now we have a whole bunch of women. Hold on. So now you have women. Now you have women here, right? Mm-hmm. That will be like, okay, what do you bring to the table? And a man don't know what to bring to the table because half the men, I'm not going to say all, half the men have been spoiled by their mother that they can barely fucking wash their ass. The only thing that they can bring to the table is an income that woman has already learned
how
she
to
needs.
Supply herself.
This is the problem. It's not about men being men and being masculine and taking care of the household because guess what? We have grown up in a society that regardless, even if you had both parents, guess what? Your mother was working and your father was working.
And some women were married and still taking care of the household while the dad came home and said, I made the bills.
Yes.
And so it's still kind of worked like that as well.
It's not that old fashioned mentality that we had where the woman stays home and is the homemaker and the man comes home and he's the provider and he's the masculine one.
The reason why I feel and I said what I said right now is because the relationship I'm in, regardless of the fact we both work, we both do what we have to do.
No, of course.
And when I walk back in that house, she doesn't want me to touch anything.
Of course, but that
could just be her love language.
What I mean by that is her. And not
she's
for
gonna
she
cook,
was
she's gonna
because
clean.
she went through whatever she went through to feel like that's how she has to do everything. So at the end of the day, when I come in the house from work, even though she was already at work, she's gonna make sure the entire house is clean, cooked, sanitized, ready for me to just walk in, take my clothes off, take a shower, get in bed, and do what I have to do.
Can I add to your point?
For the rest of the night.
Can I add to your point?
Go ahead.
Now, there's relationships that I love to see thriving right now, and they are thriving. People doing the co-work together. Yes. They're doing the emotional work together. They're doing the cleaning and the cooking together. They're doing everything together. And people are being, and because there's a lot of people who come from backgrounds who've seen people live that life and said, I don't want that. I come from a big family, right? Like for instance, right? I know for me, when I get into a relationship, I'm going to be the type to, hey, if I'm hungry and I'm cooking, I'm going to make my girl a plate, or I'm going to make my significant other a plate because I'm hungry, and I'm going to clean the kitchen because I grew up from a big family household and I'm one of the eldest. So I just naturally take care of things. Mm-hmm. So including on working and including on doing this, I have this model where I'm going to get in where I fit in. If I see you taking care of the kids and you washing them, I'm going to clean up the kitchen because at the end of the day, I don't care who's doing that role. I want your time at the end of the day.
Yes.
I want that intimacy at the end of the day. And if you doing the laundry, the dishes, the clothes, the children, the cooking, the cleaning, when are we going to get that intimacy? When are we going to get that time to focus on each other? I think men don't understand what women are talking about that emotional connection about that, because we haven't seen it on
and
TV.
This is why I sit there and say women are conditioned to show men that they love them, and men are conditioned to show women that they can take care of them. And this is why we have that divide.
But you have to understand that not every man is like that. Men have different love language, though.
There are men with different love languages. But I'm talking about as a general perspective. Go ahead, babe.
So I have a boyfriend.
Okay.
We've been together for a couple of months. I love him. Actually, I'm in love with him.
All right, you better claim it. You better write it down. You better
say
say that intention.
Hello.
So I finally got to sleep over his house. My second weekend. First night, the first weekend I went over there was kind of weird. You know, when you go to somebody's house,
it's always weird the first time.
It's new.
Yeah.
So I'm not used to somebody coming and bringing me a plate of food in the morning. I'm the type that I'm up in the kitchen cooking my own food because I'm a chef. So I love to cook. So I'm waking up to strawberries, a coffee, and a donut. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't know what the fuck this is.
Right.
But then the second time I went over, I cooked for him. I cleaned the kitchen. I made his plate. I gave him what he needed.
That was hospitality, not that my love language. This is me just being hospitable.
This is what I do when I'm home because I wasn't raised in a big family. I taught myself how to do most of the stuff.
Right.
I taught myself how to be equal with a relationship. Or grow with my relationship.
Right.
And
I grew up kind of around teamwork where I was the oldest. I kind of had to teach the kids and teach things, and hey, I had to watch you like, hey, you get the laundry, I'll get this.
Yes.
You get this, I'll get that.
Yes.
And then we can all have recreational time and do what we need to do. Okay, when you coming home, hey, can you grab the groceries on your way home? I'm trying to cook something. Just grab that. Hey, get toilet paper on it. That teamwork, that communication, that
makes you fall in love with them more.
I like that because it's a dependency, not a codependency, but a dependency that, hey, we're building. The fact is, if I see my woman, right, I don't understand. And this is why I don't understand these things about, the woman and the men role so strict, because sometimes they say, and this is a fact, experts say that being a household mom is equivalent to 2 jobs.
Basically.
So what I'm saying is a lot of marriages have failed because women are overworked. Yeah, and then men don't know, and men don't have the emotional skills or the emotional capacity to recognize that she's overworked.
Because
they don't
have housekeeper,
and she does is she's sitting at home not doing anything.
And because all we've done is, and all we've learned to do is just be a provider. We've never been the person to be the confidant and say, "What do you need? How was your day? Your workload is a little heavy. Let me get this for you." So men haven't had that type of emotional response. We haven't been trained like that because we've been so focused on pay the bills, be the provider. You can't take care of your kids, then they're not shit.
And
you're not a real man. And if you're over emotional, then you're a faggot or then you're a soft ass nigga.
And then in turn,
nobody wants that label on them as a simp.
The problem is, like, people like to say, it's a lack of communication. It's not a lack of communication. This is what gets me upset about it. It's not a lack of communication. It's a lack of, I don't even know, like, observation. Like, at the end of the day,
a lack of empathy.
That's what I'm saying. You can feel. I don't care what anybody says. You don't even have to be spiritual.
On that topic.
You don't have to be
it's a lack of motherhood.
I want to hit on that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, because we're going to get into it too.
When it comes to a male trying to be in a relationship with another woman, it comes from their mother first and build from their father, because their mother should nurture them to be like, this is what you do with a woman. Like, I've always told my brother, carry a woman's bag. You take her bags from her. You don't make her carry them herself, because not fair. You're grown, you're strong. We're the ones that when you did the rest, you finish the rest. I feel like mothers need to teach boys how to clean, how to cook, how to do your own laundry, how to make your own money. But then the fathers need to teach them how to show their emotions. It's not a bad thing not to show your emotions. We like it when you show your emotions because we know that you're capable of something.
And there's a difference between showing emotion and overexerting emotions, because women don't like that. Because once you say men show your emotions, sometimes in a lot of cases, women can be spiteful in their attitudes and sit there and pull my card because of my trauma or because of things. And this is why men don't have safe spaces, and this is why, and also too, you get what you put out. This is why men don't come out with their emotions and overexpose themselves. This is why some men, in that other topic that we were saying, men aren't gonna come out and say and make the first move of, hey, I know this is sneaky link, but I want you. We don't know that shit. That shit is foreign to us. What the fuck you mean? Now you asking me to put the ball in my court and lose? Hell nah. And that emotional response, we don't know how to do that with, because all we know how to do is lead with ego. And even men perpetuate other men of how to lead with just ego. So when you have a bitter woman teaching a little girl how to be bitter, and then she has a little boy,
a bitter woman raising a son,
raising a son, just because you had children doesn't mean you're a mother. Just because you had just because you're a mother doesn't mean you're not absent.
Please say that again.
Just because you have children does not mean you're a mother. And just because you're
I need her to run that back for
just
listen real quick.
Listen, your boy said, listen, this is Kaden on the line. Okay, your boy said just because you're a mother, just because you have children does not mean you're a mother. And just because you're present taking care of kids does not mean you are not absent as emotionally. And because what you're teaching, that bitterment, just because your son looks like his father that did not work out does not mean you give him those lashings. Does not mean when he asks where his dad is that you just lash out on him because you don't know how to answer that question. And now when he's a teenager and he's been raised with all that disrespect, he's going to think that that's just how women tick. And he's going to come out with, and these bitches is bitter.
That's the thing.
They
unaware.
bitter and they unaware, and they just have this one perspective. But what if a mother really just came and instead of lead with fear, and just said, listen, me and your father didn't work out for some certain points in our lives. I made mistakes. We both made mistakes, but this is how you don't do that. I want to see your girlfriend. I want you to invite your girlfriend. This is a safe space for you. And let's talk about how men need to get in touch with their emotions because they are perpetuating fucking abuse. It is certain emotional abuse triggers that you are giving men too. The same thing they give y'all, the little girls and women that y'all grow up with. We've gotten men, boys got them first. That's how we learned them. You understand me? So when they bring that bullshit to you, they learned that in the locker room. They learned that on the team. They learned that in some. You a simp. A simp is an open fucking statement. You mean to tell me that me caring is simping? And that is the cutoff of how we deal with things and how we approach women. And that is the energy that y'all get sometimes.
Let me give y'all a piece of knowledge real quick. Let me give y'all a piece of knowledge real quick. As somebody being on the spectrum of all different sides of what we're talking about right now. At the end of the day, I grew up with a very active mother and a part-time father. That's the way I'm going to put it. Because either way, I don't care what the fuck anybody tells me. My father was part-time there. Being a child growing up as a female, and I'm only using air quotes because I know I'm still a female. I would never sit there and whatever. But, but being a female and knowing, okay, when I get into a marriage, this is what I can expect. This is what I'm looking forward to. This is what I'm looking towards. And then growing into the masculine role of, okay, so, this is what I was supposed to expect as a female.
Oh, that is interesting.
But this is what I could do as a male. Like it.
Or like a masculine.
Right, and this masculine energy.
Female,
right.
Like having the masculine energy towards it. This is what I can get away with. And it's like you looking at it from both perspectives, you really have to sit there and think about it like, okay, I'm still a female. So at the end of the day, if I get married, I'm still supposed to provide. I'm still supposed to clean. I'm still supposed to do this, that, and the third, according to how I was raised. But now, being the masculine female in my relationship, I don't gotta clean. I don't gotta sit here and do half the shit that she has to do because I'm out here getting to the
and that
bag.
makes you uncomfortable a little bit because you can't.
It doesn't make me uncomfortable. It annoys me at the fact that, like I said, I'm still a female.
I still have these
when I get in
to
the
cater.
House,
right.
I still want to sit there. I still want to cook for you. I still
want to cater,
to
nurture.
Make sure that you're okay.
And this is what it is too.
But because I'm the masculine female,
I have the opposite.
I'm still at the point where it's like, all right, I'm supposed to take care of you. But I know I went out and got to the bag. So why you ain't take care of everything in the crib already?
That's funny. I had a part-time mom. I don't like my biological mom at all.
Respectfully.
But respectfully, that's over here too.
Exactly.
A full-time father. My father taught me how to do a bunch of boy stuff. Garbage. Boxing, cutting, anything that came with big stuff. Like I know how to put a tire on a car. I know how to fix a window. I know how to pop locks. I know how to do mad shit. When it came to the mother situation where I teach you how to cook, teach you how to clean, I taught myself how to do that. And my grandma. Give credit to my grandma. My grandma gave me that credit.
Shout outs to grandma.
Grandma gave me some info on that one too. And then my stepmom came and it just, it was a little different kind of turn. So it was like learning from dad, then learning from mom. My stepmom was just like, I don't want to learn from you. I want to learn from him, and I want to teach myself how to do this now. But now that I'm older, I'm like, all right.
Being a little girl
tell me what I
growing
gotta
up,
do.
being a little girl growing up, even though my father was part-time, all we did was work with him. And all he did was construction growing up. So technically, I was a tomboy without even being looked at the tomboy.
Yeah.
Because we'd all be sitting in class and my science teacher was like, hey, build this. And I'm the first one to be done. And everybody's looking at me like,
how did you
know
do that?
you're supposed to do that fast. But it's something I do all the time. So it's like
Victoria said if the person is getting the bag, then the other spouse needs to cater to the home if he is not working.
And that's literally how I do feel though. I honestly feel like
that's the saying, get in where you fit in.
It's one
to
hand washing.
Exactly.
You
shouldn't be
one
reduced
hand
to all
washes
of
the
that.
other.
So that's not what you're
I'm
reduced
outside,
to.
If I'm outside getting to the bag on a daily basis, and you are at home, then by all means,
but it
take care of what's
wait.
at home.
But I just want to say that doesn't mean you don't do anything.
Right.
No.
That's the problem.
No, and
that
that's
doesn't
the
mean
thing
you
that
don't
people
do anything.
And that's one thing people sit there and get it confused with. At the end of the day, if I'm outside getting to the bag and I'm going to work every day, and you're the one at home.
I got a good one.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
If I'm outside getting to the bag every day and you're at home all the time, I expect when I walk back in the house, and this is just me as a person, I expect when I walk back in the house, at least for it to be halfway. I don't give a fuck about the house being completely immaculately clean. At least make the bitch halfway decent. You've been sitting around all day. Move. You know that was sitting there since yesterday morning. Go throw it out. Yeah. You know that laundry's been sitting there since last week.
Right.
Go do the laundry. I don't expect you to make sure that the house is completely immaculately clean. I have food when I walk in the house. I have this when I walk in, that when I walk in.
Good sex, good food, good vibes.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, not for nothing, when I tell you my girlfriend makes sure I have a list of shit when I walk in the house, I have dinner, I have a drink, I have a L, I have a cigarette. And if I decide that I'm in the mood, I get what I want.
Here's the thing that people really understand too. Like,
okay,
don't
man.
let y'all.
But it's not.
Shout out to Amber on that
one. Yeah,
but
you got love, even, girl.
But that's not even bad.
Good night.
Right. No, but wait, it's not even saying it like I expected from her. That's just something she's gotten me used to. So at the end of the day, my contribution is all right. I make sure I take the garbage out. I make sure I walk the dog. I make sure there's certain other things that I'm like, all right,
balance.
You do all
get in where you fit in.
But
my thing is, this, so I'm gonna do all of this.
Here's my saying.
How we're gonna do this.
Here's my little thing that you just made me think of though. That comment.
Yeah.
Don't let your roles or positions be so strict to where you become emotionally tone deaf.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, that's the problem why women don't trust men and men don't trust women, because they're adhering so strictly to these perceptions of what a role is, and then you become tone deaf to when you're supposed to be nurturing, to when you're supposed to tap and have empathy.
She said a little help doesn't hurt too, because raising kids is tough.
But when you talk, but wait a minute, but when a woman talk all that independent shit, it breeds other shit. You have to be honest. You need to be honest. Yes, I'm a bad bitch, but even a bad bitch got her days. So I'm gonna need my man to clock in emotionally and let me know and reassure me. Y'all don't do that. Y'all have this out, y'all, and because you've been hurt and because the society has been hurt and been lashing out at you, y'all have this armor and this alpha energy, and it's a little too much to where you have totally become tone deaf and to say what you need.
You know what kills me though?
Be honest.
Wait, what did you want to say?
Can you also talk about when you want to come home to a rough day or a crazy day and you just want to talk to your spouse?
Don't be tone deaf. This is what we're talking about.
Don't
be tone deaf.
And this is actually something I'm going through in my relationship now. As much shit I've just talked about her being so well, at the end of the day, I do not want to walk in the house and vent to you about something and you be more mad about it than I am. And you want to be there.
Wait, but I'm gonna say this.
You weren't even there.
You want to be open. You want to be there's because I go through this all the time.
Levels to this shit.
There's levels to this. I believe wholeheartedly, because I'm that friend that everybody calls when they have issues. I believe
my phone
that regardless, I don't care if you're my spouse, I don't care who you are to me. If you're having a rough day and you want to talk about it, have the courtesy to ask if I'm ready
to hear about it.
To hear about it. Because
don't emotionally
just
dump.
like yes, because
That's not
because
fair.
you know it is fair.
No, it's
because
not.
yes, it is. Let me explain to you why it's fair.
Don't
Because
get triggered.
the same
Don't
way,
get triggered.
no, the same
I
way.
understand.
No, I'm explaining. No, because the same way that you will sit there and have a rough day, how would you feel if you came home? I'm gonna throw kids in this. You don't have kids, but let me tell you. Let's say you had the worst fucking day at work and you walk into the house and I come at you and I'm like, these fucking kids don't fucking listen. I can't take this shit no more. You need to do this. I'm tired of this, that, and I'm venting. And you are already at your motherfucking peak because your boss just came at you. You are not emotionally stable, mentally stable.
There's no sanctuary.
To take in what I'm about to throw at you.
Right.
So why is it fair for you to come in because you were at work all day to come in and sit here and be like, I'm
remember,
fucking boss and this bitch and this fucking coworker.
Because remember, motherhood is equivalent to 2 jobs. So we have to keep that in mind.
You don't know.
It's equivalent to
you
2
don't
jobs.
know.
I have no kids.
So
I have
everybody
a sister,
working.
And even
that
if it's
is
not
my
kids,
kid, that's all.
even if it's not
and
kids,
it's work.
Even if it's not kids, what
Work
if
is
the
my
person's babysitting a sibling or dealing with other? There's so many things that could happen. All you have to do is come in, listen. I had a hard day at work, y'all. Can we talk about it? Can we
I've
talk
done
about
that before.
It? It's so
and it goes so much easier.
simple.
I've said this. I'm like, listen, I've had a hard day at work. I'm gonna need a little bit of space so I could unwind a little bit, and then I'll come right back out. Just
can I talk to you?
Right. I'll come back right. Let me
and the
get
same
my
thing,
mind
and the
right.
same way, and the same way that you're giving that courtesy. Ask for that courtesy.
But here's a question.
Listen, babe, I'm sorry. I
many-
understand you had a stressful day.
Here's a question.
Give me a second. We'll talk about it.
How many adults have been raised in that kind of environment? Not a lot. So who understands and recognizes that? Not a lot. Nobody knows how. Not a lot of people know how to regulate the vibe. So if I see that the piece is chaotic, somebody got to be the cognizant person and be aware that, okay, let me try to be the peace and establish the peace in the room. And the man has a lot of influence in the house, because if he sets that tone, but he has to be emotionally aware. Hey, sit down. Shut up. And the house will quiet, because that's the demand that we have. And that'll set the environment for the woman that, okay, I have a safe space because my man wants me to get my time.
And that's also to say that men and women, both, y'all need to check yourselves when you about to come in, because that is not okay.
Clock in with
the attitude
I
at
could
the
tell you,
door.
I grew up with that shit.
Properly.
I'm gonna tell you, I grew up in that shit, and that shit is not fun. Do you know what it is? There is nothing cool or cute about the fact that when you walk into that front door, people in your household fear what kind of mood you coming home in. That is so unacceptable. I am so triggered right now because I can't.
I lived through that shit.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Because the crazy
when a
thing
person
is,
comes in,
as triggered as you are, I was the person on the other side of that.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I want to let you know, not for nothing. You also have to realize what is the word I'm looking for? What the reciprocation we're looking forward to coming in my house is. So at the end of the day,
like what the standard is?
Yes.
No. Well, I guess basically. So listen, this is what I mean. At the end of the day, if work is always stressful for me. Work has been stressful for the past 2 to 3 weeks. And you know I'm coming in with a stressful week from work. And I understand you already had your stressful time. And I'm sitting there trying to listen to you in your stressful time. And all you're doing is complaining about what I've already done. Knowing I just had a stressful day at work. I'm sorry, but I can't sit there and listen to you.
So you're catching nags on both sides from working.
Exactly. I can't sit there and listen to you. But you can't be mad at me if something happens and I snap now.
No. And
why I say that is because at the end of the day, I am not about to sit there and get battered at work all day to come home and be battered by something
but
we've already had more than one conversation about, and I've tried to fix.
You missed,
No, I'm not talking about that. You took it off to another.
I'm talking about with kids.
No.
I am talking about.
I'm not talking about.
This is something I've already been through.
Wait. Hold up.
Okay, what you talking about, Liz?
I didn't say that. You completely win. I get where you're coming from. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the fact that there is households that it is okay. It's 5:00. this person gets home at 5:15, I'm gonna be scared because I don't know how that person's walking in. That's what I'm talking about.
From their day of work.
I'm not talking about you being triggered when you walk in the door, somebody coming at
and
you.
Shit ain't right.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about bringing home a vibe. I don't give a fuck how bad your day is. There is no reason as a fucking grown adult for you to walk in on a rampage.
Right.
If you are not emotionally stable to walk into your goddamn house, sit in the car, pull yourself together. Do not come in there and make everybody feel like shit in their own motherfucking home.
Now sit there and answer this question. Now sit there and answer this question. If I sit there and take that half an hour to an hour after work every single day, sitting in the car just debriefing, and I walk into the house to you having an attitude because you think I'm doing something else, what am I supposed to do after that?
That's no trust.
No,
well, that's a breach of trust.
Yeah, that don't make
sense.
That's not
if
your
your
problem.
spouse can't respect
that, I'm saying this is what comes out of it.
Yes.
But these are things that come out of it, and this is what people think about.
But that's a whole different. Wait a minute.
That's a whole different
environment and scenario.
That's a whole different scenario.
Because wait a minute,
people go through this just with a regular thing in general.
Okay. No, exactly. But what you're going through,
that's a different type of trauma.
That's a whole different type of trauma. That's somebody.
The same ingredient. You talk about the same situation, but there's a different ingredient.
That's a different.
There's no trust in that motherfucker.
That's
okay.
So
let's take that
not
part out
giving you space. That's not giving you.
That's not giving you. That's not respecting your space to diffuse
at all.
Just like some men don't respect women's space that they need to diffuse from children. So there needs to be a balance of recognizing, like, listen, you had a bad day. Daddy needs his moment. Mama need her moment because she about to spaz.
Yes.
And you have to be cognizant.
That's a
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People need to be cognizant. Just because your role is the provider doesn't mean that you need to be talked to at this is what you didn't do.
Like,
this is what you didn't do.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk down to your situation, but I've been there before, and that's petty as fuck. That's dumb as fuck. All you gotta do is send a text message. Yo, you good? Because normally you get home at this time. You good? All right, you good? Say less. Oh, I'm sitting in the car. All right, you sitting in the car.
And
I
definitely needs to be a trust there.
See, I don't know.
It's that simple.
I don't.
It's that simple. Hey, where are you? Are you good? Are you safe?
Where you at in the car?
You good?
Okay.
All right, good.
It is. If it's not even that.
Now, what I'm talking about is it going from that, hey, are you good? And you answering.
It's more of why the fuck are you home at this time?
Consistent thing to it being an issue.
Yeah, so that's different.
Where you need to sit.
That I just want to point out that's different from what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that just because everybody's home space should feel like home. There is no reason for somebody to make it not feel
no
like
matter
home
what kind of day,
no matter what kind of shit they're going through.
No matter what kind of day
when you walk in through
either party has, it should be a sanctuary for you to get a piece of peace. So even if I had a horrible, let's say a woman had a horrible day with the kids, right? Right. Let's say a woman had a horrible day with the kids.
I'm going in the office. I have an important meeting.
Okay, no problem.
Something just happened.
I know
we were just talking about that. You're good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So here's the thing. Even if the woman had kids and she's had a horrible day, right? And the man comes in and he had a horrible day from work. They are not responsible for each other's horrible days, but they are responsible for giving each other that respect to gain some type of peace.
Yes.
So they could come together collectively and have peace together. So if I see, okay, daddy not in the best mood right now, we're gonna let him diffuse. Go, you need a moment.
Being aware of the person you care about.
Instead of this is how it goes. This is how usually go. What you're talking about, how it goes. So you ain't gonna say hi when I come through? Oh, so you got an attitude. Why you got an attitude? I ain't do nothing.
Nitpicking.
You know how much I've been through today? I've been through so much. This is what you didn't do. I need this. I need that. You ain't get that. You ain't get that.
Nitpicking.
And then it becomes of that now.
I've been waiting for you all day. Now you're going to come in late.
Now
and you're going to have an attitude.
Now it becomes a petty Olympics. Like, well, I did this today and I had this day. You ain't have that kind of, have that kind of day I had.
Yeah, it's not.
You didn't have that. I hope what we said is making sense. Was like you didn't have that kind of day that I had. So let me tell you what kind of day I had, because you can't top my day. Your day can't trump my bad day.
And it's not a competition.
It's not about the competition.
It's not a competition.
Are you gonna give each other that respect?
If you love each other, you need to have an understanding. So what? You had a bad day. I had a bad day. You know what? All right, I'll take it from here. There's been times where I'm off. If I'm not feeling good or I'm having a rough day, I didn't sleep good. This is all stuff that you have to be aware of when you're with someone. You have to be able to be aware open-minded.
Cognizant.
You know what?
Yes.
Yo, Like, for example, if you come home every day and normally you already smell cooking and now you don't smell cooking, you see this going on. There's different things. It's being open-minded. Like, this, something isn't right. What's wrong? You okay? Is everything good? I had a rough day
Simply
too.
coming in and be
Let's
like,
talk about it.
I don't smell no food. We ordering pizza tonight. I
Yes,
got it. What you want to
yo,
eat? What you want to eat tonight?
relieve the stress. Don't spark it. Don't make it worse.
Or just, yeah.
And
like
and
we said.
everybody, and even kids, yo, and as a kid growing up, yo, my parents put me in some fucking hard ass classes. You know what it is for me to be stressed out, and now I gotta worry about somebody coming home and being in a mood because something's not right.
And it like your whole body is holding its breath.
Yo,
it's like a tighten up trauma. It's very traumatic, very traumatic.
And I don't care how, even if other people, you know, because some other people will downplay and be like, oh, it's not that serious, or oh, da 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 da, oh, it's my house. No, regardless, I'm an adult. It is my house, but it's my son's house just as much as it's my house. So I have to be aware of how he's feeling when I act like that. Be aware of other people around
those same
you and
feelings
how you
that you have. Those actions that you have are lessons for your child of how they're going to treat their relationship
and how they're going to handle their emotions. How are you going to get mad at your child for throwing a motherfucking tantrum
if you've been throwing tantrums
when you
all
came in
day?
your motherfucking door? Tell me how that makes sense. Tell me how that bothers me so badly. How are you
going to tell your child to be the example
from a child
and you're not
you
setting that example because you're not clocked in with your emotions? And that's the dope ass thing. I'm gonna start using that more. Stop letting your role, your gender role, or your social role as a man or a woman have you be cut off from being cognizant of when you need to be show empathy or when you need to be there for your partner, because both partners can be overlooked and overworked.
Yep.
This is why marriages fail. When partners be like, we just don't have time for sex. That's a lazy way of doing it. Why don't we have time for sex?
We don't have time
for this. So why the fuck are we having time to be married? Why the fuck are we having time to be in this house together if you're not going to try? Because marriage is not, it has valleys, it has hills, it has mountaintops, it has peaks. So what I'm saying is we have to be cognizant of when we do have those valleys, we need to be cognizant of, okay, we at a valley right now. How do we get back to the mountaintop? Because I understand, I see a change in our relationship. If I see that you hurt, I'm not going to blame you for being hurt. I want to know why. I want to know what's the problem and how can we fix this? What changed? What do you need? And if that involves me and what I've been doing, okay, if I love you enough, how can we change it? How can we make this work? Babe, I really feel like the workload on me is a little too much. Can we do a little bit more together?
Like, I need a break.
Yeah, I need a break. I need
a time. And don't guilt nobody about making a break too.
Communication.
Don't healthy communication.
Don't make nobody feel a certain type of way about taking a break. Like, even
and don't make people feel guilty for having a bad day.
Yeah, no, guilty for having a bad day or even taking a break. Like if I had a rough day.
If you want to take a break from our relationship, this should
not breaks from relationships. We're not talking about breaks from relationships.
No,
that's what I mean.
No.
If you want to take a break from me, that shit better be like 5 hours.
We're not talking about breaks like I think we need to take a break and see and have time of. No, we talk about I need an emotional break in the house so I could get my bearing and come to you.
Because some people take that emotional break and kind of take it too far. If you want an emotional break, that shit better be better.
No, at the end of the day, you need a break to diffuse from work. But at the end, but as long as you get your time, when we go to bed together, there better not be an attitude in the house. Eve, I'll let you have your moment in your break.
I don't give a fuck if we're mad or not.
When we're talking about this,
you have to suck it up and sleep next to me. Because if I'm used to sleeping next to you, there's not going to be no change.
We have to also talk about this, since we're talking about being selfless, right? Mm-hmm. Just because you've taken your break and handled it doesn't mean the other person's ready either. Let's say that, because I'm tired of that too. Just because you're over it, or just because you managed it in your mind, doesn't mean I did. Doesn't mean I'm over it. Everybody goes through different things. Everybody processes things differently. If you're gonna take the time, give me the time to take also.
First of all, let's put it like this.
For how long?
No. Let's put it like this.
It can't be. It has to be respectable.
Let's put it like this, and I'm gonna take it as deep as I can. If I lost a childhood friend to death, and it took me a week and a half, 2 weeks to get over it, and you lost a childhood friend to death,
and it took you 2 to 3 months to get over it, I shouldn't be upset that you didn't take the same amount of time as me to get over that death.
No,
because at the end of the day, everybody handles everything differently. Yeah. Everybody goes through everything differently.
That's the valleys that I be talking about.
I can't sit here and look at Kay and be like, Kay, why you ain't hit that note on that song like that? You knew you felt that shit. But I look at Ellie and I'm like, well, respectfully, baby, you got that. I can't look at Ellie and be like, oh, why you? But you hit that note like that. Why can't Kay hit that note? Yeah. Y'all are two different ranges. Y'all hit things too differently. Y'all feel
I ain't hitting shit right now with this razzle.
Listen, first of all, but y'all do things too completely differently, like as singers. So I can't sit here and be like, oh, but you felt that one verse real lovely, and I know she went through it, but it didn't hit her the same way because she didn't feel it the same way.
And maybe in hindsight, emotionally, it hit us both the same way, but we just projected it differently.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about.
That's all it is.
People don't understand that because people aren't emotionally clocked in. They think everybody's experience or everybody's one size fits all is patented. This is why I hate the gender wars of niggas ain't shit and women ain't shit. It's
I fucking hate social media.
Before we continue, we have some awesome topics. This is a good talk. I appreciate y'all, but we went over our time. We do have to call it a night. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll be back, yo. We'll be back next week. We'll have Victoria back. And thanks everybody for tuning in. Again, download the Reflex Radio app. You could listen to the podcast. They play other music as well. We'll be back Wednesday from 8 to 10. Girls Gone Wild. We appreciate you. Thanks.
All right.